Fuck you. Boom.
You want a soundbite, TJ? Boom.
Boom. Soundbite. Boom. Boom.
TJ, I think you said that
We should do the entire show like this.
Yeah, motherfucker.
Yeah.
High pitch show.
This won't get old fast.
No, this is
joke-
exactly what people love.
This joke will just keep on going and going and going.
Yeah.
Oh.
you're dead. You're
Boo.
done. It went on too
Boo.
long, TJ.
Boo, Scotty. We could do the whole demon. We could
do like a demon thing the whole time. I mean, it's really hard to understand, but, you know, who fucking cares, right? A lot of problems, you know? Being a demon's not all it's cut out to be. You know? Well, you can also do like
A robot thing. You just do like the whole show as robots. We won't be robots. Fuck you. I am God.
Obey your AI master. Wait a minute, I'm not an AI master anymore.
Now you're just like a
Echo?
dictator. You got like a megaphone.
Oh, you've got to make it like you're in a soapbox. The government is lying to you. The government. Oh, that's actually true, though. Oh, shit.
The government's telling you the truth.
We need to go out there and do that.
That's the unhinged person at this point, right?
The government never lies. The government doesn't lie.
The government's telling us all the truth, you guys. Fuck.
We gotta be those guys now. Stand on street corners. The government is telling you everything. That doesn't seem likely. They're telling you every detail.
Everything you need to know, the government's already told you.
I think there's one thing in America that everyone can agree on: it's the government lies. It's just how is the government lying to you? Is what they're arguing about now.
Do the entire show as cone heads. I mean, we don't have cones.
Where are the cones at?
Send me some traffic cones, and I'll put a cone on my head. It's about as close as I can get.
You won't do it, DJ. I'll take their money and be like, thanks, appreciate that, man.
Appreciate you, bitch. Stupid motherfucker. What a dumb
Fucking
bitch.
thought I'd do the show like that. Fucking idiot. Dude.
Fucking dumbass motherfucker.
Got wires and shit crossing now, TJ.
And you got crossed wire. Look at this.
Whoa.
You don't get caught up in the crossed wire. Crossed wire.
So TJ, you're just trying to fucking you're hedging
trying
your
to
bets.
delay shit, huh?
No, you're trying to hedge your bets, dude, with this Ron DeSantis episode.
Why am I hedging my bets?
Because you're looking at 2024 and you're like, gotta get in front of it.
Oh yeah. Start talking about him early.
Like-
I feel like because he's getting more and more popular and it's looking more and more like, I mean, even if you don't think he's going to clinch the nomination, it's looking like he's at least he's like probably the biggest fucking threat to the Trump name, the Trump dynasty, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
When I was driving back, I was talking to Steve and I was like, I asked him about Ron DeSantis and he's like, man, if it's Trump, I'd vote for Trump. But I mean, DeSantis, just as good. Just as good.
So I mean, like that tells me right there that, you know, basically even people like Steve have, you know, who's like, Trump is God. Even he's like, yeah, DeSantis is just as good. I'm fine with that too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying,
like,
dude.
so
You
like
know,
even
yeah.
like the hardcore Trumpies are like, DeSantis too though.
Yeah. See,
But there's a lot of fucking people out there who are like, you know, I don't think Trump really was all that great, you know. But you know who is great? DeSantis.
How dare they say that about the former president?
DeSantis. But we're not talking about DeSantis. First, we're going to talk about celebrities who were murdered.
The first one's gonna throw you guys through for a fucking loop. You gotta share your screen though.
Don't
TJ.
throw me for a fucking loop, Scotty.
Well, you're not being thrown through anything, TJ. You're too fat.
Don't throw me through no fucking loops, you
If
little
we
bitch.
try to throw you through a loop, TJ, you get stuck.
It had to be a big fucking loop.
Yeah, you ain't kidding.
That had to be one goddamn
So make sure you
big
share
old
your
loop.
Actually, I don't think
All
I
right.
pulled any video, so my half you don't need to share any audio.
Well, I did. It's all on one thing, so
All right, make sure you do it right, TJ.
yeah, it's sharing audio, but we don't have any audio for your part. Who the fuck is this? They ain't no damn celebrity.
This guy, he was a celebrity in his time.
A celebrity in his time. Scotty, no one cares about this ancient dead motherfucker, all right? Look at this guy. What is his name? Who is this?
This is the beheading of Cicero.
Beheading of
The
fucking
beheading of
Cicero.
This is
Dude.
ancient Rome, TJ.
Dude.
Hey, what?
We need a fucking alternate layout
What?
for when I need to go like this.
Dude,
Hold
what
on.
ancient society, TJ?
I'm going to have to kill our branding here.
Yeah, kill the branding.
It's in the fucking way.
What Asian society, TJ, do we draw the most parallels with?
What Asian
No,
society?
ancient, DJ. Ancient, not Asian.
Oh, what
Ancient.
What Asian society?
Ancient, TJ.
Ancient TJ. Ancient.
Ancient.
I don't know.
Why the
Rome.
future? Why the future?
Rome.
TJ?
Rome and Greece.
Oh, right.
Greece and Rome.
Greece and Rome.
One
There
of
you
them
go.
too. One of them.
Learn you some fucking history, TJ.
History's stupid.
You don't know any fucking history. Tell me one historical story you know.
All right. I know the story of last Tuesday when I went to go get some pancakes. Is that old enough to be history yet? Or
I mean, it is history. It did happen.
yeah,
Were the pancakes good?
I didn't ever get them.
You didn't get them?
Yeah, I ended up murdering 17 people instead.
Oh,
Probably shouldn't have told you that.
yeah. I mean, I wouldn't have admitted
That was a joke.
satire, joke,
That
funny.
was that was meant. That was a humorous
kidding
remark
around.
that has no bearing on reality or anything that happened. And if you see a newspaper story about 17 mysterious murders in my area,
Wasn't him?
that is a coincidence.
Purely
Purely and
purely
utterly a
coincidence.
coincidence. That's what I know.
Yeah, indeed. Right.
Those are the facts on the ground.
Oh, TJ, you don't know shit about history, do you? It's sad.
I
right?
know this guy. He's Sicily.
Sicily.
Yeah, this is Sicily, bro.
You know Sicily's pizza, the pizza buffet that used
The
to
pizza
exist.
buffet that doesn't exist anymore. Yeah,
Yeah, but you still remember that place fondly.
I do. Man, I'm mad that that's gone still to this day. I don't care that you told me that story about how those guys used to wash the silverware by throwing it in all a garbage can filled with water and then driving it around the town and doing like donuts and shit.
That's how they did it.
I don't care. I still liked that pizza. You know what? I never used the silverware anyway because it was a fucking pizza place. If you need silverware to eat pizza, you're a fucking invalid.
Did you ever eat the pasta?
No. Why would you ever, dude? If you go to a place that has pasta and pizza, eat the fucking pizza and leave the pasta alone.
What if you like pasta?
If you like pasta, go to a place that specializes in pasta.
But not Olive Garden. Olive Garden has horrible pasta.
I said a place that specializes in pasta, not a fucking imposter.
Oh, wordplay, TJ. Very
Yeah.
good. Very good.
I play with words.
All right, TJ.
While you be
it's time
playing
to
with
teach you.
turds, I be playing with words, bitch.
Hey,
bitch.
I mean, you got to start somewhere, right?
Yeah, I guess.
So TJ,
Super chats, by the way, are welcome. Just so you guys know, I will put them up on the screen.
If
If it,
like, give me money, I'm fine with it.
you know, Paul doesn't like when we do that. He's like, damn it, it's letting them take over the show. But Paul ain't here, so sending them super chats.
Capitalism.
We're fine with it. I don't care. You could fucking totally disrupt the flow of the show. Send as many super chats as you want. Derail this shit. We don't care.
Yeah, we're not losing any sleep over that.
Yeah, like, oh my God, the super chats ruin the integrity of the show. No.
To that we always say what integrity.
Right.
What integrity? do I
Amen.
have? Do I
High
have to
five.
lose?
High five to that. Boom.
That was,
That
a
was
horrible. That was a,
Every high five I'm involved in is terrible. I'm assuming it's me.
like I don't know what happened. Well, I'm holding a mic and this phone slipped. I tried to do it. You know, I'm fucking.
Too many processes.
I'm a fucking stoner, dude. I'm good.
All right,
if
we
I-
need something for us, like a slow mid-level 5.
Terrible. All right, do it. No, look. God, you
There.
suck at it. You do
No,
suck at
it
it.
did. It fucking we
He
did.
just
It
like,
clapped.
whoa,
All right, here. I'll just put my hand up. You just hit it.
whoa. Here you go.
There.
Bam. That's how you do it, TJ. I
There
think
you
the
go.
The problem is you actually, yeah.
See, I'll just
Le-
from now on,
legitimately.
I'll be the still one. I'll just be like, here you go.
Still yourself. And
Just hit my hand.
then
That's how this works from now on.
That, you know what? I think that's actually important to every high five.
Derail and disrupt. Yeah, derail and disrupt.
Hey, if you're gonna give us $2, we're fine with it.
Don't you know the system is utterly corrupt?
Well, I'm sure they know that. Who the fuck doesn't know that?
Pasta on pizza? Gross.
Yeah, no.
Gross.
So TJ Cicero,
Sicily.
not
It's
Sicily.
pronounced Sicily.
Cicero was born in 106 BC. And this will surprise you, TJ. This is really going to surprise you. Into a wealthy family.
Holy shit.
That
Wealth?
that never happens in politics. Remember, that's like
Dude,
a rare
wealth? Holy
Yes.
fuck. Now I'm interested. Now I care. Now I care about this guy.
thing. TJ, whose surname originated from the nickname Cicero, the Latin word for chickpea. So his name was Chickpea.
That's stupid.
That's yeah. Like I don't think I want to be named Chickpea, but you know, hey, I guess they really like chickpeas back then.
Yay, permission to send money. Hell yeah. Ooh,
Writing.
look.
Oh, well, of course.
This guy sent $10. Does standardized testing measure intelligence, MCAT, LSAT? I think it does to like an extent, but I think that if you,
You can beat a test.
I think,
though.
I think a stupid person could study enough to do well on it. Like as long as they're not like really, really like George W. Bush level stupid.
Dude, George W. Bush could pay someone else to take the test for him.
Right.
I mean, it doesn't matter if he passes.
But
the test
I
or
think
not.
that, you know, like I think any sort of like test like that can measure intelligence to an extent. But I don't know. I think if you try to rely on something like that, I think a person that has like intelligences that are not necessarily applicable to a test like that would, you know, do poorly, and you might think, oh well,
idiots.
that person's an idiot. But you know, they might have things they're a genius at. But I think that it can measure certain types of intelligence to an extent. Like I wouldn't make it the be all end all.
You know what it really measures? How good you are at taking that test.
Right. I mean, that's like really, but the test does require obviously some you know,
Some basic forms of intelligence.
some intelligence.
Yeah,
So,
like you have to understand the test, you know.
yeah, you have to have like reading comprehension, and you have to, you know how to do the tasks that the test wants you to do.
Indeed.
You have to have like a reasonable ability to memorize facts and information. So I think there's like certain intelligences that are measurable by that.
Which means Cheetah's done poorly on those tests.
Here's a $10 crowbar to integrity's shins. Hell yeah.
Thank you, Powder Toast, man.
Been reading about Roman history. Cicero is my third favorite Roman after Cincinnati and Gaius Julius Caesar.
Like, look, he's my third favorite.
He's not my first favorite. Not my first choice. Was there really a Roman dude named Cincinnati? Or is that like, is he fucking with me?
Or something? Probably.
He fucking with me, bro. There ain't no
Oh.
Cincinnati.
No.
Remember that fucking shit where Keanu Reeves sang about Cincinnati, dude?
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Don't put Keanu. All right. I mean, just go ahead, TJ.
I mean, I mean, like, it's important. I mean, I wouldn't disrupt this if it wasn't important, dude.
All right. Well, fair enough.
I mean, you know what I mean? Like, I know this is like important shit.
And
We
this
need to
is-
learn about Cicero and shit, but
Cicero? You mean Cicero?
yeah, Captain Cisco. Anyway, check this. This is some good shit right here. Drew Barrymore's in this too. They're driving. This is very Christmassy, by the way. This is from Babes in Toyland, but it sucks because there's no babes.
There's not?
Yeah, I kept fucking waiting. Like, where the fuck are the babes?
Oh, they might have been like babies.
yeah,
The babes.
they're fucking lying to you. Who says that? No one says that
System
shit.
is lying to you, bro.
I was expecting some big old fucking titties to
You know
pop
what?
out, and
They
there's just a bunch of dumbass kids. There weren't even that many kids, just like fucking teddy bears and shit.
Hey,
and
Mr. Miyagi was in this too, though.
grand cookie larceny, motherfuckers.
Lisa, do you really like the sled?
Yeah. Sing the fucking song.
Lisa. Oh, no.
All right, this is great. This is fucking great. You gotta hear this.
Here in Cincinnati.
Welcome to glorious Cincinnati, queen of Ohio's alpine ski resorts. I come from
C-I-N-C-I-N-N-A-T-I, Cincinnati.
the best town in Ohio, USA.
Yeah.
No one's ever felt that way about Cincinnati, ever.
I think that's the joke, maybe.
That's gotta be the
I
joke.
don't know.
We come from Cincinnati, guys.
Yeah, glorious Cincinnati.
I think you tell most people that they just feel bad for you. I'm
Ke-
from Cincinnati.
That is
Oh.
true. Keanu did have more emotion back then. It's like he was still trying.
He still tries now, dude.
And now it's like, whoa. Even when he was playing fucking like Ted or Bill or whichever one he is
Whoa.
in that most recent movie. Oh my God.
Terrible movie.
Terrible. I waited so fucking long for that movie because they talked about it for like a decade before they finally made it. And I was like looking forward to it the whole time. Like, oh yeah, I love Bill and Ted. First one's great. Second one's great. Third one's going to be great too, especially with all this time to develop it and stuff. And then it was just like, yeah, it turns out you guys are like not the chosen ones. It's like your daughter and stuff. And here's the song you sing is actually not about like actually being a good song. It's just about, you know, like bringing people together to do something together.
Oh. So fucking lame.
And it was like
dude.
the worst fucking song you've ever heard. It wasn't even like remotely good. And it's just like, fuck.
Look, let's throw a bunch of like whatever's popular now into this movie.
And it was like, oh man, what the fuck was what?
Oh,
Bill,
they'll-
Ted, no.
and then the hits you love too.
No.
It's a bunch of new shit and the hits you love all combined to some terrible.
I mean, there was
amalgamation.
there's a few scenes in there that were pretty cool. It was cool to see the Reaper again. It was cool to see that like Mozart thing where they like were playing like modern music versus Mozart or whatever the fuck. That was kind of cool, but like most of them we sucked. Anyway, Cicero.
Cicero, who?
We'll get to him
Oh,
eventually.
Sicily.
Yeah.
Talking about Sicily, right?
Yeah. It's not like they used to describe how you did things, when we were kids. Like, how did Scotty do it? Oh, Sicily.
Sicily. TJ, a writing of Cicero about a century after his death.
We got money. Shh, quiet,
Greek
Scotty.
historian.
I meant Cincinnatius, but let's not forget the Keanu Jim. I know where the bastard lives. It's not. You fucked it up. You fucked it.
No,
Man, you're really bad at this. I know where the bastard sleeps.
I know where the bastard.
I know where the bastard sleeps. Carfax Abbey. He's in Carfax.
Why was I cast in this movie? Gary Oldman's so good as Dracula, and I'm so bad in this role. I don't know why.
The scenes where I'm acting with Gary Oldman are so awkward because he's doing a great job and I just fucking suck.
I'm floundering.
Why?
I'm treading for water. Please, someone rescue me.
Why did Francis Ford Coppola do this?
To get the fucking financing for the movie.
Yes.
100%.
Correct.
You are correct, sir.
Corrected. Anyway.
Let's see. But Greek historian Plutarch, TJ.
Plutarch.
Is yours Plutarch?
Yeah.
It's not Plutarch.
Look at it.
Nuh-uh.
Plutarch, motherfucker.
Fine, I'll go through an incorrect pronunciation.
Dude, it's definitely. I bet you $1 million fucking Plutarch, bro.
Yeah, you know what? Go play it then. Go look it up. It's Plutarch.
Yeah. Hold on.
Bullshit.
Plutarch.
Fucking
Boom,
dude,
bitch.
rigged by fucking Google, dude.
Boom.
Whatever my incorrect way was actually correct, so I'm just gonna go with that.
Here comes the boom.
Fucking piece of
What'd
shit.
you call him again? Poo fart or some
poo
shit?
Fart.
Fucking dumbass.
Poo fart.
Poo fart face. Yes.
Believe the name came from an ancestor who had a dent in his nose, resembling the cleft of a chickpea.
Lame.
Who the fuck knows if that's true? That
Plutarch doesn't know shit.
Plutarch was smoking a lot of fucking.
Plutarch would just
primo
make
pot.
shit up. He's just like, yeah,
Oh, he must have looked like a chickpea or something. His head
his head was shaped like a chickpea.
His head was misshapen with a cleft like a chickpea.
Rare genetic deformity. Both their balls were just the size of chickpeas.
So Cicero's family was rich, TJ. That's good and all, right? But they did not belong to the patrician class, the
Oh, fucking
aristocracy of
dumbass.
Rome. So it's like you guys like they're rich, but it's like, oh, you're rich, but you're not the.
Yeah, you're rich, but you're bitch rich.
You're not old money like us.
Yeah, your wealth is too new, so we still look down on you. Dracula has the most stereotypical Texan that ever lived in Texas. That's true, it does actually, which is really weird. There's
Hey,
some dude that
it
shows
is
up.
Texas.
It's like,
I'm Texas.
howdy, y'all. Well, I'm the fucking weird Texas character all of a sudden. It's like, all right, sure thing, bro.
His family belonged to the equestrian class, which sat below the patricians, but of course, and this is very important, above the plebs.
Yeah, fuck them plebs.
Fucking plebs, dude. No one likes a pleb.
Speaking of plebs, if you're a pleb out there watching this show, join the Patreon to join the patrician class.
We're gonna call them patricians now. Oh yes, join us.
Our patrons have become patricians.
You are not patricians.
You don't want to be plebeians, guys. You want to be patricians. You want to be members of the Pessimist Productions Patrician Patreon.
In this scenario as patrician, so should we like promise them equestrian status? Like, look.
No, they get to join us as patricians.
I don't know if you feel that way truly, TJ.
I do.
I think you're lying, TJ.
I do. I feel that way, Scotty.
The plebs, TJ, were the working class of the Republic.
Gay.
The hard-working man, the hard-working woman.
Homosexual.
The hard-working homosexual, yes, too, of course.
Yeah.
There's many of those in ancient Rome, I guarantee you.
Yeah.
His family had very strong military connections, which, of course, you need that. You gotta be in tight with the military, but not the political ones. So Cicero couldn't really do much as far as that's concerned. He didn't have the right family because you had to have the right breeding to be involved in Roman politics.
Ill-bred Cicero.
Yes, you have, I say, the proper breeding. No.
Who is that, Cicero?
Not the proper wealth, though. I mean,
He comes from the nouveau riche. He is not of the patrician class. He is scum. Spit on him.
He was educated in Rome and Greece. And he, of course, aimed to scale the political ladder as quickly as he could.
But you can't, because you mean a patrician, bitch.
But, yeah, so it's like, oh, shit. Only had the right name backing me, or only the right name myself. But TJ, he would do so as a novus homo.
Novus homo.
Newman.
Newman.
A term which signified that his family did not come from the ruling class. It's like, oh, you're a novus homo. So Cicero briefly served in the military before returning his career to law. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna be a fucking lawyer. I mean,
It's always been a pathway to power, you know,
it has
even to this day.
well, you know, the interpretation of law, and of course, getting
Previously on HBO's Rome.
politics. Oh, what are you? I'm a lawyer. What are you? I'm rich.
Politics, politics, stab, stab, stab.
Well, what-
Politics, politics, stab,
what do
stab,
rich
stab.
people
fuck,
always-
fuck, stab,
So
stab,
let's be
stab.
honest. What do rich people always end up needing?
More money,
Well, yeah, but how do they get it? They're-
fucking over the
Other-
plebs
Yeah, but how do they do it legally?
by being lawyers.
There you go.
Yeah.
Or employing a lot of lawyers.
Either way,
That generally helps.
lawyers are always involved.
He tried his first case in 81 BC. So, I mean, damn, he was a quick study. I mean, he's fucking.
I mean, you didn't have to do all that. There was a lot less laws back then, so you could become a lawyer a lot quicker. You know,
Once he's just rich, it's like, I'm rich, I'm a lawyer. Yeah, he studied.
I'm rich. All right, read this scroll, and then you're a lawyer.
Yeah, good job.
Memorize this fucking scroll, bitch.
He successfully defended a man accused of parricide. Ooh, that sounds fun.
Which one? What's parricide again? It's where you
Killing
murder your dad or something.
your mom, dad, or a close relative.
Cool. Based.
A bright beginning to Cicero's public life. So that's kind of how he got famous. Starting to get his name out there.
Yeah.
But say, TJ, look, though he could not himself.
That's pretty cool. Like, you know, when you get a man off on some like murder charges and shit, like, you know, he murders his whole family, and then you come in and you fucking silver-tongued devil the jury into being like, you know what? Not guilty. People are like, holy
Look
shit.
at Johnny Cochran and OJ Simpson, dude. That put him on the fucking map.
Dude, Johnny Cochran's death is the saddest fucking event in American history. I wish Johnny Cochran was an eternal being that still was. I mean, he's the best lawyer of all time. There's no fucking buddy that's even close. There's never going to be a lawyer that good again. Like, when I watched that fucking OJ documentary, I'm like, this dude is the best fucking lawyer. Not only that, this dude is the smartest human being that's ever lived. Because he literally just took a dude that was guilty as fuck and was like, how do I win this case? He's like, he realized he has no actual case arguing the facts. So he just like emotionally manipulates the entire fucking country into fucking marching to his, the beat of his drum, like in a trance, and then being like, wait, not guilty. What did we do? Holy shit.
I mean,
Oops.
he totally played on the public interest of the case. And of course, you know, like you said, but before the trial was even over or even happened, people were just like, oh my God, OJ's so guilty. He's going to go away for the rest of his life. He might get the death penalty. All the kinds of crazy shit. Like, you know, people were losing their fucking minds over that case. And he basically turns a fucking case where there's DNA evidence proving OJ Simpson's guilt into like a referendum on race in America. And of course, there's like a backdrop of like racial riots and Watts and Rodney King and all kinds of other shit going on.
He basically made the case of like, I mean, like he couldn't explicitly make this case, but he basically made like the emotional case of like, you know, guys, a lot of black men who didn't, you know, were brought to, you know, didn't get justice.
This is justice.
So, you know, it's time for us to get away with one. You know what I mean? The system's got away with a bunch. Time for us to get away with one.
Oh, that's basically what
OJ set him free. And people are like,
you know what?
Yeah. All right.
Because people to this day still hate OJ. Like he's not even any more loved, even though he beat it. Like he's really not. Like
I mean, it was almost like after he beat it, no one even wanted to. Even the people who had helped him beat it, like, didn't want shit to do with him anymore. They're like, all right, well, we got you off with murder, but now,
everyone
fuck
that
you.
sat through the case, even though it's like, yeah, OJ, you've been acquitted. Like everyone knew he was guilty. Like I think people supported him full well, believing that he was going to be convicted. And it's like, oh, OJ, I'm sorry.
Yeah, like part of them was like, yeah, you know, I stand by OJ, but then when he got convicted, it's like, OJ, you know, you got to do your time, bro. But when he got off, they're just like, oh shit, really? Oh. And the hunt for the real killer continues, everybody. It's like, OJ, just drop it at this point, bro.
Yeah, you know what? I don't really want to be friends with you anymore. I mean, I stood by you because it looked good for me, you know, but now it's looking real bad because everyone knows how fucking guilty you are. And like, as soon as Johnny Cochran's spell wears off on the American public, you're gonna be fucking hated. Which really was like after Johnny Cochran's spell, like, because I think he just cast a fucking spell on America.
I put a spell on you because you're mine.
But, you know, TJ, Cicero got ahead in the way they.
Cicero, if the togo don't fit, you must acquit. I think he meant toga, but yeah.
So TJ, you got to get ahead some way. I mean, look, he can't do it himself, so marriage, right?
And we know he's going to lose a head too at some point.
But yeah, well, yeah.
Based on the title, you said he was going to get beheaded.
Oh, you're gonna get that part.
The beheading of Cicero. Yeah, get to the part where he's dead.
It's gonna come.
Dead.
We gotta set the fucking scene first, TJ.
All right, setting the stage. Sorry.
He got married at age 27 to another wealthy family. Good move. They brought him the necessary funds to continue to rise. After he wed in 79 BC, Cicero's career took off, and he rapidly rose through the ranks. He was elected as quaestor in 75, praetor in the year 66, and consul in 63, the highest political office in the Republic. And he was also one of the youngest to ever reach that office.
So he was an aggressive ladder climbing son of a bitch.
Oh yeah, I mean, married to just so you could, like, basically like it's a complete political marriage.
Oh
if
yeah,
there ever was one. It's like, oh, your family is the family I need to marry. Yes, I love your family.
probably courted her dad more than anything.
Oh, I'm sure he did. Well, the dad knew what he was. You know, it was basically like, if he rises, what is the fortunes of the family?
Yeah, he's like, ooh, this guy's impressive.
Yeah, if this guy's gonna be consul in Rome,
If I get this guy involved in my family, I can fucking ride his coattails up.
oh yeah, and of
He
course Rome.
needs my money. I need his charisma. Bam, a deal is struck.
Yeah, crony capitalism definitely existed in ancient Rome. So of course it's highly to his benefit.
Hell yeah.
Wielders of imperium, Roman authority, consuls held executive power in the Republic. There were 2 consuls who served each a 1-year term. They held equal power at political and military as heads of state. Consuls controlled the army, presided over the Senate, and proposed legislation. So obviously, as you can see, a very powerful position.
Yeah.
On paper, the Senate's job was to advise and consent, but because the body was made up of roughly 600 elite and powerful patrician men, it gained much power and influence. So of course, it's basically like there's just a ruling class. Either you're born into this, or you're like Cicero and you can just climb your way in. The right marriage and the right amount of money, where it's like you're so rich, you're going to spread so much money around that who wouldn't want you around? Legislative authority rested with assemblies, most notably the I'm probably going to butcher this, the Comitia Centuriata. Thank you. Plebeians could belong to this body, whose powers included elected officials, enacting laws, and declarations of war and peace.
Dig.
Our next image here, TJ.
Yeah.
This is Cesare Macari's famous 19th century depiction of Cicero denouncing Catiline before the Senate.
Oh shit!
Gotta denounce some people.
You can't make a fucking enemy of Catiline.
Don't fuck with Catiline.
Based on the fact that he was beheaded.
Well, that's not why he was beheaded, though.
Oh.
In the same year, Cicero clinched the consulship, the highest position. He exposed and defeated a rebellion led by political opponent Catiline. So, of course, I think we know why he rebelled. It's like, wait a minute, Cicero's on top. I can't abide this. The plot called for assassinations and burning the city itself. That's kind of fucked up.
Cool.
That's probably why
no, bad.
Yeah, don't burn the city.
Don't burn the city.
But of course, widely considered the best orator of his time, Cicero had attempted to warn Rome about Catiline's treasonous intentions through dramatic speeches in the Senate. But of course, his pleas fell on deaf ears. I say to you, Catiline, he is a traitor to our great republic. And they go, huh? Not Catiline. He's good. He's a fine fellow. He'll never betray the republic.
So he must not have been that good of an orator. Couldn't even turn the motherfuckers against Catiline or whatever.
But they were good speeches, TJ.
They were good speeches, but people just like, I don't give a shit. Prove it, bitch.
After the plot had been exposed, Catiline escaped. 5 of his conspirators were caught, however, and Cicero advocated for immediate execution without trial.
That's kind of mean.
I mean, it's ancient Rome, dude. What do you think they're fucking going to do? It's like,
I mean, you still need to fucking have a trial. Come on. Even a sham trial.
I thought you would like that.
Nah, you got to have a trial, bro. You can't just have no trial.
What, a kangaroo court?
Yeah, I mean, like, you got to at least have a bullshit sham trial to make people feel like a procedure was done.
Okay, guys. Yeah. Let's hear the trial. What's the evidence? They're guilty.
At least have a Cardassian trial. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
7 people got that. It's cool.
Most senators agree with Cicero, of course. I mean, this guy was a traitor to the Republic. With one major exception. What's this guy's name? Julius Caesar. Ever heard of him?
No.
Yeah, just some.
Oh, is he like the dude that started Orange Julius?
Yes.
Cool.
That was a minor enemy to make. No big deal. future first emperor of Rome. He advocated for imprisoning the men, but of course his recommendations were overturned. The conspirators were executed, and Catiline died later, fighting alongside
Of AIDS.
of AIDS. No, I don't know if AIDS existed then, TJ. I don't think it did.
It did.
I think it did, maybe. Fight alongside his men while making one glorious last stand. The defeat of the Catiline conspiracy was a high mark for Cicero, whom among his supporters proudly called him Pater Patria, father of the fatherland.
Father of the fatherland.
You are the father of the fatherland, TJ. But unfortunately, Cicero made a bad enemy there in Julius Caesar. Julius Caesar and his patrons, Marcus, Licinius, Crassus, were both formidably rich and had used each of their wealth to gain popular support over the course of their political careers. I mean, of course, they're very rich guys that know how to play the mob. And of course, are willing to do anything it takes to get power, including buying elections, murder, whatever you need to do. In the chaos that followed the conspiracy, Julius Caesar and Crassus joined another general, Gnaeus Pompeius Magnus, also known as Pompey.
I'm Pompey.
I am Pompey. Good day to you. To take control of the government in
Yo,
16
bitch,
BC.
my name is Crassus. I fuck the asses of all my enemies.
So announced when Caesar began his first consulship, the First Triumvirate would rule the Republic for 6 years until the death of Crassus in 53.
Aw, Crassus.
Yeah,
he died before his time.
Look, we have a power sharing agreement.
R.I.P. Crassus. R.I.P. Choco Taco. Discontinued. What?
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 No, go look it up.
That's not true, right?
Breaking news. Stop the show.
Stop everything.
Choco Taco was not discontinued. Please
Don't tell me that shit. No!
No, pause the show. Put it on screen.
What? No!
Guys, I'm sorry I have to take a break here. The Choco Taco has died. The Choco
What?
Taco is dead.
In the unholy fuck, bruh.
TJ, please tell us what's happened.
This ain't what's good, bro.
What's the article say?
This ain't what's good. Rumblings of the Klondike product's demise has spread across social media. As much as I enjoy scrolling through social media, we all know it's not exactly the best place from which to source your news. So I was naturally skeptical this week when I noticed a big commotion surrounding an ice cream truck staple, the Choco Taco, manufactured by Klondike, a brand owned by Unilever. Twitter users were up in arms, claiming the Choco Taco was being discontinued. There's very little evidence to substantiate this claim. However, no news articles or an official social media announcement. I kept seeing one particular image of the Choco Taco headstone displaying the text RIP Choco Taco 1984 to 2022. That same image has been proliferated dozens of times in other tweets, which made it feel even more like a silly meme rather than an indication of actual news development. But where did it start? I finally found the source on Facebook, where it was posted by a page called Snow Cone Joe. Snow Cone Joe is a Facebook business page for an ice cream truck operator in Roslyn, New York, who does indeed go by Snow Cone Joe. As far as I can tell, he's a real guy. The headstone photo capture said, the Choco Taco has been discontinued. This is a shocker. The Choco Taco has been around since 1984. It's one of our most popular products. Here's a link to Klondike to let them know you want the Choco Taco back. Email and call away. In the comment section, Snow Cone Joe put up a screen email reportedly for Klondike, which said, thank you for calling Klondike. We're sorry to have share some sad news. Klondike Choco Tacos have been discontinued. We know how disappointing it is when your favorite frozen dessert isn't available anymore. It's always a tough decision for us to discontinue a product, especially when we hear from fans like you that really enjoyed it. We'd love to help you find a new favorite, though, or if you're no, fuck you and your new favorite, bitch. What?
What the fuck, dude? We'd love to help you find a new fucking favorite.
Help me find a new favorite. I already had a fucking favorite, bitch. What?
Why did this even happen?
Burn the city to the fucking ground. Burn it to the fucking ground.
I don't even hear why this is happening, though, man.
There's a mirror red flag spelling, and it's in the spelling. Klondike doesn't refer to Choco Tacos as Choco Tacos. You don't know what fucking intern might have wrote this shit. There's a space between the wires where all human makes salmon, blah, blah, blah. Did make suspicious plus product still shows up on the roster of the Klondike website, but the language does sound like a diplomatic tone you get from a big brand when reps have to break bad news to you. And this is what got me worried. So as soon as your favorite pizza maker turned investigative journalist, I did the responsible thing and I called Unilever to find out whether the Choco Tacos were discontinued.
Better not be.
At first, the call center agent had no idea what I was talking about, but when she inquired internally about the rumor, she confirmed it to be true. The Choco Taco has been discontinued, she said. Holy crap, straight from the source.
Wow.
Klondike specifically specified 1 and 4 packs were both being discontinued, meaning that blah, 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 blah. Man, what the
A sad day.
fuck?
A sad day for this
What?
nation. A nation in mourning, TJ.
What? Why?
The
God,
gut
no!
punch- the gut punch was delivered to you, TJ.
No!
Imagine it, TJ. You're at a
Why?
gas
Everything I love dies, Scotty.
You're at a gas station, TJ. You go, oh, you know what I could really go for? A Choco Taco. You walk over the ice cream container, you open it up, all the frost covering it, you can't see inside. And now there'll be no Choco Taco to await you, TJ.
Motherfuckers, dude. Everything good they just kill. They just hate life. They're fucking
Double decker taco dead.
despisers
Taco
of
Taco
humanity.
dead.
All the tacos are gone. All the tacos are gone. The tacos are gone. And the sky is
Now,
gray.
we're being trolled, dude. I was hoping beyond hope we were just being trolled.
This is the worst. Yeah, we are in the fucking worst timeline.
Oh, what can you do? So at first, TJ Cicero refused to support the triumvirate
Fucking.
and fled from Rome.
Ugh.
In 57, with Pompey's backing, he returned to the city and tried to persuade Pompey to break his alliance with Caesar. Come on. Of course, Pompey refused. He's like, no. I call him Pompey. Pompey refused. Cicero begrudgingly gave the triumvirate his approval, despite recognizing that the triumvirate was unstable. I mean, yeah, if one of these guys, kills the other. Each of 3 men wanting to increase his own power while keeping the other 2 allies in check. So, of course, yeah, it's an uneasy truce. That's all it is. No one in the First Triumvirate would be champion of the Republic for whom Cicero hoped. Yeah, of course. I mean, Cicero's not going to get... I mean, who do you think he's working with? He's talking about 3 other people that have risen to the top of the fucking heap in Rome. It's a pretty depraved fucking place. We get sued, though.
Yeah, we can't. How would we don't even have the manufacturing. No.
But let's even say we did. Let's say we want to make DFF Choco Tacos. Unilever's going to sue the fucking shit out of us. Even though they don't want to make them, they still own the branding for Choco Taco. And they'll never just, like, if we had like $20 million, like, look, we'll buy Choco Taco, probably not 20 million, but however much they'd want for it, we'd probably need millions of dollars to buy that brand. You know what's going to happen? All you fucking plebs, DFF is making Choco Tacos again. Did I even really like Choco Tacos, man? Yeah. And we're out of fucking business. Disgusted by this turn of events. Oh, you mean like the 3-way dictatorship? Cicero left politics for a few years. During this time, he penned some of the most influential works before returning to office in 51 BC. He accepted the governorship of Sicilia, a province located in present-day Turkey, and then returned to Rome in late 50. That wasn't very long. Crassus's death in 53 had increased hostility between Julius Caesar and Pompey, who were headed toward an unavoidable confrontation that would explode into civil war in 49 BC. This next section is nice. It's talking about the fall of the Roman Republic. Oh, well. No big deal.
Looking good, guys. Everything's looking good.
They always say the United States is a republic. For now.
For now.
If we're really going on the track of ancient Rome, we'll soon have an emperor. We'll have Emperor Trump or whoever. Emperor DeSantis. For life.
Listen, I'm the best emperor.
Look, I'm a terrific emperor. I'm the best emperor. Oh my God, who's going to follow that? Oh, it's going to be Ivanka. So it's going to be Trump, Donald Trump. It's going to be Ivanka Trump.
I am supreme goddess Ivanka.
Look, put my picture up everywhere. Statues of me. I am so amazing. Everyone, it's mandatory. Everyone buys my products in their home. Decorate your home only with Ivanka-approved products.
Remember those dorks that had those shirts that had all the lineage of all the Trumps that were going to be president?
Oh, going down to Barron.
They just wanted a Trump dynasty forever. It's like Donald Trump 2016 to 2024, Ivanka Trump 2020. They just had the whole Trump bloodline, until 2068 or some bullshit.
Now, why even bother with the whole democracy element of that? Just be like Trump for life.
Why don't they just be like, I want Trump to be my king. You have my service, my liege. Give me a break, bro.
So Cicero is a pretty influential guy, TJ. And of course, both Caesar and Pompey want him on their side. He's a great orator. He commands the respect of a lot of people. They're like, come to my side. Come to my side.
Come over. I guess he chose. I'm assuming he chooses wrong because.
Well, and I'm sure someone like Cicero, for as long as possible, tries to be like, let's all just get along, guys. I don't really know. But eventually he has to choose. And of course, he chose to side with Pompey. Not a great decision overall, but hey, you don't know. I mean, you got to pick one side eventually. Rome's civil war lasted 5 years. And of course, Caesar.
All hail Caesar.
Emerged victorious. Yeah, I've been on the wrong horse. In 46 BC, Caesar was declared, this sounds like a good thing, Dictator Perpetuo.
Dictator Perpetuo. Yeah, of course.
Dictator for life.
Yeah.
The king has returned. We drove the king out of the city, and now the king is back.
He's back.
But despite this, despite the fact he sided with Pompey, Cicero was pardoned by Caesar.
God damn it. When's this dude going to lose his head? How the fuck does he lose? I mean, like, motherfucker, he seems like every time he's like, I see he does something where I'm like, oh, now he's going to get it.
Caesar's going to chop his head off.
It's like, no.
Who allowed him to return to Rome? Well, Caesar would have not had many allies or people left.
If he just like, yeah.
he basically divided up the ruling class. So, I mean, like, if he kills all
he
those
wants to
people,
consolidate them.
Yeah, he wants to rule them. He doesn't want to kill them. I mean, he needs those people too in their wealth. So,
yeah.
We're talking about the people that matter in their society, not the fucking plebs. I don't give a fuck what happens.
I don't give a fuck about those pieces of shit. Poor pleb motherfuckers.
Cicero then began another period of intense writing, creating many works defending Republican values. I mean, he was Republican, so of course, not the kind you're thinking of, though. During this time, a group of conspirators decided to take a more provocative and proactive stance against Caesar's rule. And of course, we know what happened there. Caesar was, of course, killed, murdered on the steps of the Senate. But Cicero, maybe you thought he got executed for that, TJ? He was not. And he actually was in fact, a mentor to Brutus. But he was kept
at to Brutus.
Yep, he was kept ignorant of their plans. So he had no idea.
So they didn't tell him because they figured like Cicero won't be down with this shit. He ain't into this whole assassination vibe.
In his writings, though, he expressed horrors at the violence, but supported the actions of the assassins. And this is Cicero. Our tyrant deserved his death for having made an exception of the one thing that was the blackest crime of all. Here, you have a man who was ambitious to be king of the Roman people and master of the whole world. And he achieved it. The man who maintains that such an ambition is morally right is a madman, for he justifies the destruction of law and liberty and thinks their hideous and detestable suppression glorious. So he felt pretty strongly about it.
Mm-hmm.
But, he wasn't some guy that was actually going to do it himself. So that's probably why he wasn't involved. Like, he was a guy that would definitely argue that Caesar should be killed. He would hope that Caesar would be overthrown and is stripped of all power. But he wasn't the guy to do it.
Yeah, so, like, even though he wasn't involved in it after the fact, he's like, you know what? Like, they did the right thing. Glad that son of a bitch has got what's coming to him. Dictator, piece of shit. Trying to rule the world. He's insane. Insane.
This guy's nuts. What is he doing?
It's a goddamn nut job is what he is.
He also supported with the thought that, hey, after this, we've tried this dictator thing. We're going to go back to being a republic the way we were before. It's going to be great. We all like the way it was before. But of course,
so finally the republic is back.
I mean, in fact,
problem fucking solved.
A few days after the murder of Julius Caesar, he advocated amnesty for the assassins in the Senate. So, I mean, it really shows you where he was. Unfortunately for him, though, that did not remove his problem. You figured, dude, he outlasted Julius Caesar, the greatest Roman of them all, right? The one that everyone fucking knows.
Yeah, he was an enemy of Julius Caesar, and he outlived fucking Caesar. So you'd figure, like, yep, problem solved.
What about the rise of Marc Antony?
History.
The rise of Marc Antony, DJ.
This prick. You can just tell this dude's a douche.
Oh, he was definitely a douche.
Look at him. This is they didn't even bother to make his statue not look like a douche. Like, the sculptor was like, I'm going to do the best I can with you, but, like,
you're a douche,
some
bro.
of your douche is still going to come through, just so you know.
Oh, he's a total douche, bro. Just look at him. So after Caesar died, there was obviously a power vacuum in Rome that left Cicero and Antony standing as the two main powers. Cicero had the backing of the Senate, but of course, Antony had the power of Caesar's legacy. I mean, he basically inherited the Caesar's party, the group. I mean, he inherited all his political power. To take advantage of his position, Antony orchestrated a spectacular funeral for the fallen leader, which I think we showed depicted before. His stirring eulogy roused the passions of the crowd and turned public opinion against the assassins. Fearing for his life, Brutus fled from Rome. Cicero also left the city and bewailed even more bitterly the inactivity of our heroes, the conspirators, who in his view, had not acted swiftly enough.
I mean, you didn't act at all, bitch. Like, you don't get
You
to be like,
should have killed Caesar.
why did you take so long to kill him? It's like, why didn't you do it then?
Well, I mean, obviously Caesar was bad for the people who used to be the ruling class because he stripped them of power.
Dude,
But
see,
the plebs,
motherfuckers played this shit all wrong.
but the plebs, of course, love Caesar.
See,
they love the strong man.
Cicero played this shit all wrong. He should have been like, he should have totally been like, oh no, Caesar is dead. But the last thing he told me, as he lay on the ground bleeding, he said, Rome must be a republic again, Cicero.
He told me in his
You
dying
weren't even
breath,
there, dude. Yes, I was. Damn you.
He told me in his dying breath that Rome, if not under his wise guidance, his divine guidance, that should be under the rule of republic again. For our father has died.
And that's why from now, henceforth, we shall be the Caesar Republic, some shit,
Yeah, exactly. Turn into that.
Fucking just like, lean into that shit. He also told me that he believes his heir, Marc Antony, hungry for power before his time, was the one who plotted his death. Throw Brutus under the bus,
But the problem was that these people all publicly declared they had done it.
Right.
So they owned up to the act immediately. They didn't think about the political fallout. Well, they honestly believed that they were going to be greeted as liberators.
I mean,
they had this naive idea that the public was going to go, yay, dictator's gone. But people love a strong man. And Caesar was a very, though kind of obviously more inept at the inner strugglings of Roman politics, the PR side of it, the side with the mob, he was loved.
I mean, like, not only that, but he literally just like rose to fucking absolute power by his own hand. Like,
yeah,
even if you fucking don't like what he's doing with it, you're gonna have like some begrudging respect, and to just see him get like murdered, even if he fucking does deserve it, which he kind of probably fucking did.
I'm sure he did. Yeah.
Like, you're still gonna be kind of like, you know what? Fuck those assholes. They killed Caesar. I was invested in his fucking saga.
And they did it for their own power too, which was transparent.
Yeah, they're just a bunch of power-hungry motherfuckers jealous of how good Caesar is. Punk-ass fucking Brutus.
Well, they're living in the past because they basically just like, let's go back to the way it was before. But it's like people have already seen that the government can be more efficient if you have this dictator-like figure in it. They've already been exposed to that, and of course, they actually like the person who was the dictator.
Stockholm syndrome, dude. Yeah.
What the fuck? Oh no! Let me go back to ancient Rome and take a picture of Marc Antony, dude. Let me just get right on that.
Wait, what happened? What you about?
I about the stock images we have to use, like the statues.
Oh no, he's saying he's making a play on Stockholm syndrome.
Oh, okay. I was saying, like, what the fuck? I can't go back there and get fucking images of them. But I'm a stoner, so I just misunderstood.
What, bro?
What, bro?
Stock what? Fuck you, bro. What, you want me to get like real pictures of him or something? What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't fuck. Well, dude, I'm a stoner. What do you expect from me?
Oh, what, bro? Oh, Scotty.
What?
Well, I'll tell you later. Never mind. That's probably
Whatever.
Yeah.
But Cicero remained convinced they had a part to play in the survival of the Republic. I mean, that's a fantasy. The Republic was dead. He knew that his close political associations with Brutus and other conspirators would hurt his cause, so he needed a strong political ally to counter that factor. If only there was someone who could help me. And he thought he had found just the person. A young man of just 18 years old, TJ, who was in the early days of what would turn out to be a very impressive career.
Listen to this. Arabian Night Armory. Wasn't expecting Roman stuff. Message me if you guys want some hand-forged swords. I love Deep Fat Fried and would enjoy a collab episode on blades. Dude, write me on my Twitter, okay?
Yeah, if you're asking if I want a fucking sword, the answer is yes.
Because yeah, the answer is like I definitely want a fucking blade.
No, not for me.
Forge me Excalibur, bro.
Dude,
DM me for sure, 100%.
Excalibur, fuck. I'm gonna fucking kill you with Excalibur, TJ.
You ain't killing shit. Excalibur won't even can't even be wielded by your cowardly hand.
Dude. Okay, you know what? Let's put the sword in the fucking sun and see who pulls it out.
We already know. Me.
He has pulled the sword from the
Bullshit.
stone.
Scotty, this thing won't come out of stupid fucking rock. Let me see, TJ.
It's our luck it'll be fucking Stevie that draws it, dude.
I will try it, brother.
I will try now.
Whatever, Stevie. No one. We wouldn't even see it.
Fuck that.
That's all you were doing. Dude, because this is what happened. Me and you would try for hours, nothing would happen. We'd be like, you know what, fuck, let's go back and find a way to maybe like get it out of the rock somehow. Stevie just walks up to it and is like, what is this? I need a sword or something. He pulls the sword out, like holds it aloft.
You should be like, what does that mean? It's like, nothing, just put it back. Just put it back in there.
You know what, Stevie? Why don't you hand me that sword real quick? I'm gonna take care of it. This sword looks kind of dirty, bro. I'm gonna take it and show everyone.
Clean that for you. I have drawn the sword from the stone.
It is I.
I have done it. Behold.
Poor Stevie. I go along with it too. My brother did do it.
Yeah, this is true.
Fucking poor Stevie. You know that young man was, TJ? Was Octavian.
Octavian, Coxslavian.
Sounds familiar. A great nephew of Julius Caesar.
Don't trust this fucking guy.
Yeah.
No. Stupid, bad idea. You made a mistake.
Caesar had named Octavian as his heir.
I mean, this literally, like, if you saw this dude, you'd be like, oh, if you saw this dude in a movie, you'd be like, that's the villain.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, totally.
Come on, bro. His name is Octavian, for fuck's sake. Like, what do you need? Like, does his name need to be like Malfesius Duplicitus or something?
Betrayus. How are you?
I am Backstabbius.
Good day.
I am trustworthy.
Yes, Cicero, I am your friend. You can confide in me.
Tell me all about your political ambitions,
I mean, but
Cicero.
Cicero should have known. Caesar had named Octavian as his heir. So, I mean, when Caesar died, he inherited.
Okay, so he's just trying to get in with the fucking dude that's like poised to fucking take over.
Yeah, I mean, he sees the writing on the wall. Octavian received news of Caesar's death while in Apollonia, which is modern day Albania. I mean, sorry, Octavian, it's not a good place to hang out. But I'm sure, he's about to be in a good position, so whatever.
Backstabbius, dude.
Backstabbius is here.
I'm tickled pink by my own fucking
Let's walk down Stabbington Alley.
joke.
Let's walk down a dark alley. It's called Stabbington Way. And discuss things of importance. Sure, Backstabbius. Oh, but be sure to walk in front of me. Why is that? Oh, so I can keep a good eye on you. Make sure no assassins or thieves are about. He arrived in April and attempted to gain the trust of veterans of Caesar's legions and of influential figures like Cicero. So, at first it seems like it's going to be good. It's like, yeah, I love you, Cicero. I need your support, Cicero.
Dude, I want to just make, I'm sorry to interrupt again, but like, I want to make this, I want to like have a move. You know how like there's like these characters in movies that are obviously evil?
Yeah.
And no one seems to know. Like, you could fucking, like, the second they're on the screen, they're like, oh, he's the bad guy. And
Yes, I care deeply.
And you just know it. Like, even when they play it like real sympathetic, you're like, I know this dude's gonna do a villain turn like 3/4 of the way into this movie. Well, be like, it turns out I was the bad guy. And it would be fucking great to just do like a parody film or something where they like really are named something like Backstabbius or fucking Untrustworthiest or Tritorius, Backstabbius, Bad Friendius. Yeah, you guys are in on it. You get the gag.
Tritorius, Backstabbius, at your service. Oh, yes, of course.
Oh, yes.
You need my help.
My trusted advisor.
Jafar, my most trusted advisor.
I feel like that was the movie that most made fun of that trope because, like, the Sultan literally looks up at the most evil-looking fucking dude ever, and he's just like, Jafar, my most trusted advisor.
It's like,
I feel really bad for this kingdom and with you as its leader, dude. Yeah, no wonder everyone's fucking starving on the streets.
Looks up at a fucking little serpent smiling back, and I'm like, yeah.
The
I can
fucking
trust him.
part of that movie should have been Aladdin beheading the Sultan and being like, "You're the bad guy here. You're worse than fucking Jafar, you stupid fat piece of shit."
Yeah, you're just the fucking inept ruler of this fucking land.
Yeah, you have no idea what's even going on here. You should die. As soon as the
think
marriage
this-
with Jasmine goes through, fucking Aladdin should sneak into that motherfucker's room and slit his throat.
Probably did. Well, I mean,
Blame it on that fucking guard that's like, for some reason, he's like a palace guard, but then he also moonlights as like a street cop in the streets of Agrabah. I don't get it. Whatever.
Oh, dude, I was Aladdin the first thing I do is have that motherfucker's head chopped off.
I know, right? It's like, hey, you know,
Bring me the head of the gods.
Hey, you see that dude right there? Can we like kill that dude?
Of
That dude
course.
sucks. Of course, Aladdin. You're my son-in-law now.
All right,
The dude giving you trouble?
chop his head off, but I'm the head of the gods. We'll find a new one. And by the way, you're not going to be head of the gods for long.
Yeah, you're beheaded of the guards. So you're gonna be beheaded. Where the fuck is Cicero gonna lose his
That's
goddamn head?
Any minute now, TJ's
Any goddamn
his
minute
head's
now.
going to be chopped off. So Octavian comes back. He tries to win over Caesar's fucking veterans, his legions, because of course he needs military support. And of course he sucks up to Cicero. Oh, Cicero, you're great. You're wonderful. We need men like you to restore the Republic. He convinced Cicero to return to Rome, and the elder statesman was extremely flattered to have Octavian totally devoted to me. Oh, he loves me. He can't get enough of me. So, I mean, he knew Octavian knew Cicero's real weakness, which is his narcissism, of course. He became convinced an alliance with Octavian might help destroy Antony's political aspirations. Cicero was encouraged to observe later in Rome. Octavian presented himself, unaccompanied by Antony, to the veterans of 2 legions and reiterated their rights. Cicero wrote, with, of course, terribly misplaced optimism, to his friend Atticus, "This lad has landed a heavy blow to Mark Antony.
Blow.
This boy, he will defeat Mark Antony and restore the Republic." Beginning in September and continuing into the spring of 43, Cicero delivered scathing speeches against Antony in the Senate that fanned outrage against him. These 14 orations were called the Philipses because they were modeled after writings of Athenian Demosthenes. I think that's how you say his name.
I don't know.
Delivered about Philip of Macedon in the 4th century BC. So you even had a fucking template. You knew exactly what he's doing.
I don't know how to fucking take this son of a bitch down.
And dude, it was Cicero reliving his glory days. You know, it's basically what he did to Catiline, and you know how it turned out for Catiline. It wasn't too good. And of course, Cicero was like, "Look, we need the Republic back. We need the fucking Republic, guys. This other shit, we tried it. It doesn't work." And of course, who did he advocate for? Octavian! The good lad, Octavian! And Antony, oh, he's a tyrant, but Octavian, he's the leader we need.
Octavian is good. Antony is bad.
So eventually, the new consuls declared war on Antony, who was away besieging the city of Mutina, which is modern-day Modena, where one of Caesar's assassins was holding out. Oh, I'm holding out. Octavian and Rome's 2 sitting consuls, Gaius Vilbius Pansa and Aulus Hirtius, led the Senate's forces against Antony in April 43. After Pansa's death in battle, pathetic,
Pussy.
they were able to secure a decisive victory against Antony. Ooh, Antony doesn't sound good. When news of the victories reached Rome, there was jubilation in the Senate. Cicero was the man of the hour. Yes, I'm on top again. Was born in triumph from his home on the Capitoline Hill to the Forum. There he mounted the rostrum and declared in an exultant address to the people of Rome, "We have defeated tyranny! We have defeated tyranny! Yes!" Too bad for Cicero, this was short-lived. Antony managed to salvage a sector of his legions. Octavian, instead of pursuing Antony, decided to claim the vacant consulship for himself. He's like, "Well, I have Rome at my fingertips." When the Senate refused, Octavian lost no time crossing the Rubicon, as Caesar had done before him, and marched on Rome with his legions. Oh, wait. Oh, the lad becomes the man, huh? The senators are, of course, powerless to resist and had to acquiesce to all of his demands. I mean, he has the army in the city. What are they going to do? Fight him? He'll just be killed. Cicero Saw how his trust had been misplaced. Oh, Cicero.
Oh,
I mean,
fooled.
yeah, it's Caesar's heir. What do you think he was fucking? You think he fucking chose?
I
the heiress
can't
adult?
believe he's the same.
No, who could have seen this coming?
No.
And of course, as his alleged protege used the power of his troops to trample the rule of law. I mean, of course, he gives a shit. He already had the playbook in front of him. He saw his uncle do it. He's like, wait a minute, my uncle just didn't get to do it because he wasn't despotic enough. And of course, most historians believe that was the end of them having any sort of positive relationship. Well, I mean, Octavian played Cicero like a cheap fucking fiddle. And Cicero wrote that the boy Octavian must be praised, honored, and removed.
It's basically like, good job doing the things I wanted you to do, but now fuck off.
Now step aside.
Yeah, you can't just use Octavian and then be like thrown away like a goddamn cum rag, all right? See, you get fucking, that's how you fucking get your head chopped off, bitch.
I mean, so Cicero, he peaked early in life, but now things just weren't going his way.
Yeah, he fucking played it all wrong, Cicero.
Devastated that the Republican cause was now lost. No, the Republic! Not the Republic, please!
Cicero's big problem was he had this boner for this Republic, and he just like, no matter what went on, no matter how fucking unfeasible it was, he's like, Republic, Republic, Republic. It's like, man, quit fucking around with this Republic bullshit.
Yeah, you're living in the past, Cicero, dude.
Yeah, like that's obviously fucking dead and gone.
It's time to move the fuck on.
Everything, like, it's the age of dictators. So find yourself a fucking dictator and fucking saddle on.
Find yourself a
Or,
dick.
become the dictator yourself, bitch.
You didn't have the balls to do that, though.
Yeah, he wanted to fucking be like one of these, like, power behind the throne kind of guys.
Oh, for sure. I mean, that was definitely his modus
But,
operandi.
still, find yourself a fucking, tell Octavian, oh, you should fucking rule this whole shebang, motherfucker. I'll counsel you. I'll help you out.
So, when things don't go your way, Cicero did what most rich fucks do.
I'm out.
Yeah, I'm out of this.
Peace out. Fuck this.
Look, guys, I'm not going to be in charge. Not going to be okay. That's fine.
I'll just go.
I'll just go chill in southern Italy in my fucking villa. That's fine. I mean, I got a bunch of them rich and stuff. Can't take that away from me, can you? From there, he looked on powerlessly as Octavian reconciled with Antony.
Stupid motherfucker, dude.
Which, of course, it's like, oh, Antony still has support. Okay, Antony, we can be friends again. Never mind. And eventually formed the Second Triumvirate with him and Lepidus. So another guy. Lepidus, I think, was largely just like, all right, we need like 3 people to pretend like there's a balance here.
Yeah, I'll be the fucking third guy.
Yeah,
I'm Lepidus, bitch. I'm not even part of the story until the end, but yeah, I'm Lepidus. Lepidus is you know what? Lepidus is the fucking smart one in all this. Because you know why? He wasn't involved in none. I mean, I'm sure he was somehow.
Oh, I'm sure he was.
But he didn't fucking do shit. But then somehow he just jumps in at the last moment, like, you guys need a third for your triumvirate? I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I guess so. Why not? They'll balance power between us, I guess. Cool. I'm Lepidus, bitch.
Until, of course, one of them would win ultimate power.
Yeah, whatever.
But hey, for the time being, it worked. Unfortunately, though.
Yeah, well, who the fuck do they all hate at this point?
When the Second Triumvirate was formed, not only did Cicero feel this was a step backwards politically, and of course it was, it also posed a serious personal threat to his life. The triumvirs had put together a long list of senators and other citizens who should be proscribed. Oh, what does that mean? Proscribed. Oh, it means condemned to die. Oh, shit. So let's kill our political enemies.
See, they ain't making Julius Caesar's mistake. Julius Caesar's like, no, I'm not going to kill my enemies. I want to rule over them.
Yeah, like we can come to an understanding.
These motherfuckers are like, we see how that works out. Kill those motherfuckers.
Well, yeah, I mean, because those other people were trying this desperate cling to power.
Top of the list is that motherfucking goddamn inciter of riots and fucking bullshit, Cicero. He's always meddling with this shit. It's time for that son of a bitch to fucking choke on his own shit.
And of course, remember, one of the leaders of this fucking country now, Rome, or this empire, rather, is Marc Antony, who, let's see, Cicero delivered a bunch of speeches about how he was a terrible person, a piece of shit, incompetent, everything else. So, of course, Antony was like, I've got a name for the list. How about Cicero? He should be proscribed.
Yeah, I guess Octavian initially was like, I don't know if we should
Come
kill
on.
Dude, I mean, Cicero's not that bad, dude. But Antony's like, he must die. Yeah. And Octavian's like,
should that be
all right.
Yeah, it's like, do you want peace between us? Yeah. Cicero dies.
Cicero must die.
This is the vengeance of Fulvia. In
Yeah.
1880, depicting Fulvia inspecting the severed head of Cicero.
Ah, he's finally dead.
You're
Fulvia's
dead.
Fulvia's fucking turned on by this shit.
Oh,
She's like,
fuck yeah, she is.
yeah, behead that
Antony,
motherfucker,
good
bitch.
job.
Oh, yeah, you murdered that fucking piece of shit. Oh, he wanted a republic instead of a dictatorship. Well, that's what you get, motherfucker. You die.
We'll talk about what she did in a second. But so Cicero, I mean, they just went after him full force. I mean, amongst the people that were proscribed, like, they wanted him bad.
Yeah, he was top of their list because he was the big agitator. He was always fucking talking the shit. Like,
But he was still popular then. A lot of people had sympathy for him because he was kind of the guy like, what about democracy or republic or whatever? And they're
right.
just like,
He was like, he's like the Bernie Sanders of his time.
look, in my view, maybe having a dictatorship.
In my view, we
is kind
don't
of bad.
need dictators. We need to have a republic.
Have you seen Bernie around? Yeah, so when we become totally fascist and authoritarian, we'll like, you guys seen Bernie? No, I haven't seen him.
So he still had some people that are like,
I like Cicero. He's a nice
So-
guy.
They, where is Cicero? People are like, I haven't seen Cicero. All right, let us know if you've seen him. We have to give him a message. Too bad for Cicero. He was caught on December 7th, 43 BC, leaving his villa in Formea in a litter, of course. I mean, Cicero didn't walk around. Heading to the seaside, where he hoped to embark on a ship destined for Macedonia.
he's trying to get away.
A little too late, though, when his killers, Aurelius, a centurion, and Poplius, a tribune, arrived. Cicero's own slaves said they had not seen him. We must kill Cicero. Where is he? I don't know. But was given away by Philologus, a freedman of his brother Quintus Cicero. Oh, fuck. His brother's fucking freedman gave him away.
Fucking piece of shit.
As reported by Seneca the Elder, and according to the historian Aufidius Bassus, Cicero's last words were said to have been,
Ego vera consisto asside veterane et si hac saltim potes recti facere inside servicim.
obviously, you guys all speak Latin.
And
so,
you guys all know what I said there.
So we can just move
Sorry,
on.
my pronunciation wasn't perfect, but I know you guys got the gist of it, right?
But I mean, for the couple people that don't speak Latin, I go no further. Approach, veteran soldier, and if you can at least do so much properly, sever this neck.
He's like, kill me now, just kill me
He
now.
bowed to his captors, leading his head out of the litter in a gladiatorial gesture to ease the task. By baring his neck and throat to the soldiers, he was indicating that he would not resist. According to, what's this guy's name? Plutarch? Plutarch. Herennius first slew him, then cut off his head.
I don't buy it.
Kill me!
It's like,
For the Republic, kill me!
I have been caught, so now I yield to death. He's probably like,
dude.
oh my God, please, no! No, God, oh, Jesus, no! Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe he was really,
Oh, he was a rich fuck. He was begging for his life. Look, I'll double it. I'll triple
please,
it.
God, I'll give you anything.
Sorry, these orders come from Caesar.
We can't. We gotta
Look,
bring
I
back
love-
your fucking head. I loved your little speech, but now you gotta die.
Yeah, that's pretty much how I would probably. They probably heard it like, uh-huh. Yeah, dude, look, I mean, it's either your head in the bag or mine.
So yeah, you gotta die, bitch. I don't know what to tell you. You just gotta
look,
die.
if it was anybody else's head in the bag, I mean, maybe I'd be okay with it, but your head's going in
TJ
the bag.
sounds German when he speaks Latin. Yeah, well, it's a Germanic language, right?
What?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. It's totally Germanic, bro.
On Antony's instruction, his hands, which had penned the Philippics, against Antony, were cut off as well. I mean, whatever.
hand's penned something I don't like. Chop him out.
They were nailed along with his head to the rostra in the Forum Romana, according to the tradition of Marius and Sulla, both of whom displayed the heads of their enemies in the Forum. Well, of course, got a lot of people know what's up. Like, look, Cicero
I
defied
killed him.
me.
Just want you to know this is what happens if you fuck with me, bitch.
Cicero was, in fact, the only victim of the proscriptions who was displayed in this manner. So it was a special thing. It was
So he was definitely their top on the list. Like, this guy's gotta go.
well, probably the actual only legitimate threat to what they were doing.
Yeah.
According to Cassius Dio, sounds like it'd be like an 80s rock band.
Yeah, because it's got Dio in it.
In a story often mistakenly attributed to, what's this guy, Plutarch?
Plutarch.
Antony's wife, Fulvia, took Cicero's head, pulled out his tongue, and jabbed it repeatedly with her hairpin in a final revenge against Cicero's power of speech.
Fuck you and your speeches,
Think I silver tongue? Fuck you, bitch.
Now your tongue's been stabbed a bunch of times. Total aside, why is this ancient Roman city infinitely more walkable than any other cities in the United States? Maybe because they didn't have cars back then.
Yeah, if Rome
Like
had
walking
cars.
was like the main thing people did, unless they had horses, which like, I don't know. The real question is, how can a fucking city with like architectural marvels such as this also be a place where people's heads are displayed on pikes?
That is a good question. That is a very good question.
Like, how are they so advanced in some ways and so primitive and tribalistic in others? Tried to give money to TJ a few streams ago, but it wouldn't let me, so I must give double the tithe. Be sure to give Scotty nothing. Scotty doesn't get shit, okay?
Yeah, I only get a box of Cracker
I
Jacks a
only
week.
we give Scotty just enough to survive on. Beyond that, you know, trust me, like we keep him alive. That's basically what we do with Scotty. Me and Paul take the lion's share. You know, Scotty's just like our little bitch.
I do get a good box of saltines every Christmas. Though.
Yeah.
Look,
Merry Christmas, Scotty. A full box of saltines.
Look, I've been throwing some butter this year. I'm feeling real generous. Really
Yeah,
good quarter.
I got these butter packets over at the the Cracker Barrel. You can have them.
Did
you can have one of them.
Did you buy them, TJ? No, I got them for free and everything.
No, I mean
but
they were just on the table. But
actually, TJ, your toast is here. Oh, Scotty, sorry. Ooh, is there?
Oh, damn! Oops.
Oh, I didn't know I was having toast, man.
Gonna have to take them butters back.
No hard feelings, right?
Scotty needs this money. He is malnourished. Scotty can't have it, but thanks.
Yeah, TJ will spend the money. Well.
I appreciate you giving that money for me to steal from Scotty. Who the hell is this? Oh, it's that gay dude.
What's going on?
It's
TJ?
Marvin Gaye.
It's Marvin Gaye, dude.
Yeah.
Marvin Pence Gaye Jr., professionally known as Marvin Gaye, born April 2nd, 1939, died April 1st, 1984.
It was just an April Fool's Day joke. I can't believe you believe that. He's still alive.
He's still, fuck.
Yeah, it was just a joke, dude.
Did you fucking kidding me? Marvin Gaye still fucking, he's still making the hits, dude?
Yeah, he's out there. He's out there making big old hits.
Was an American singer and songwriter. He helped shape the sound of Motown in the 60s, TJ.
Uh-huh.
First as an in-house session player, and later as a solo artist with a string of successes, earning him the nicknames Prince of Motown and the Prince of Soul.
Cool.
That's his daddy.
This here's his daddy, huh?
So Marvin and his dad, Marvin Gaye Sr., they did not have a great relationship. They had a very troubled relationship.
Are you sure it's not trobuled?
Yes, it's trobuled.
I'm making fun of this. In the document, it's written trobuled.
I didn't write that
I know.
one time, so I don't know why it was
It's still in there, but the trobuled relationship.
A trobuled relationship. His father was an abusive man who never wanted.
I mean, like,
his son.
dude, I hate to fucking judge by appearance, but you can look at this shit and just know that.
Oh God, he was so.
Like, you
jealous
just
of
look
his
at this
son.
dude and just see, like, this guy's a piece of fucking shit.
And he was so terrible to fucking Marvin Gaye, dude.
This guy's
It's
a
literally
piece of
just
shit.
absolutely heartbreaking what he did to his son. His father was an abusive man who never wanted his son to begin with. One of those guys where it's like, I don't want this fucking kid.
I don't
like
want
this
no damn son.
And it wasn't some guy that kind of kept like, he just kept it inside where it's like, I never wanted a son, but he just thinks it. He made no secret of it. He was a violent alcoholic, and Gaye took out his anger on his children, especially Marvin. So Marvin was like, he hated having kids and he hated his life, he hated everything else, but especially like, Marvin, you really fucked my life up.
Marvin, you piece of shit.
But not only did Marvin Gaye endure this abusive childhood, he eventually found worldwide fame as a soul singer for the iconic Motown records in the 60s and 70s. But by the 80s, he had moved back home to live with his parents in Los Angeles, following a losing battle with cocaine addiction, as well as financial difficulties. I mean, we get addicted to coke and drugs and everything else.
Snorted his money.
Yeah, his money was gone. It was there in the family's Los Angeles home that the tension between Gaye and his father reached its tragic climax when Marvin Gaye Sr. fatally shot his son 3 times in the chest on April 1st, 1984. This is young Marvin here.
Murdered by your own damn daddy.
So now we're going to talk about the abusive household of Marvin Gaye Sr.
Shit.
Marvin Pence Gaye Jr. He had actually later changed the spelling of his name, his surname at least, later on, because of course, the connotation of gay was. So actually, this is weird. This says he was born April 2nd. I don't know. I'm saying April 1st. That's
He
what
died on April 1st.
Oh, right. You know what? You're fucking right. I don't know. That's what.
Yeah, he was born on April 2nd.
That's why I was like,
he died like he died the day before his birthday.
It's right. I remember doing the research. He died the day before his 45th birthday.
Yeah, there you go.
From the start, there was violence inside the home thanks to his father, and the violence outside the home due to the rough neighborhood and public housing project in which they lived. So he had no respite. You know, at home he was getting the shit beat out of him. On the streets, he was getting the shit beat out of him. Like he had nowhere to go. Gaye described living in his father's house as, quote, living with a king, a very peculiar, changeable, cruel, and all-powerful king. Sounds like a fun home. That king, Marvin Gaye Sr., hailed from Jessamine County, Kentucky. Oh, boy. Where he was born to an abusive father of his own in 1914. Got to pass it on down. By the time he had a family for himself, Gaye was a minister in a strict Pentecostal sect who disciplined his chin severely, with Marvin reportedly getting the worst of it. Sounds great. A crazy Pentecostal dad who was also abusive and also learned his abuse from his and dad.
Also an alcoholic.
Yeah, it all adds up.
Which is like, you're not even supposed to drink alcohol if you're a Pentecostal.
Well, oops. As long as you proclaim that you're, you know what the thing about most religion, though, is, TJ, as long as you proclaim you're trying to do better and you want to do better and you're not going to do it and you publicly tell people you're not going to do it, but do it privately, no one really cares.
Oh, yeah.
Forgot about that. Would you drink? No, I never drink. Go home.
Glug, glug, glug.
Come here, boy. Well, under his father's roof, the young Gaye suffered vicious abuse from his father nearly every day. His sister, Jeanne, excuse me, later recalled that Gaye's childhood consisted of a series of brutal whippings. And as Gaye himself later said, by the time I was 12, there wasn't an inch on my body that hadn't been bruised and beaten by him. So, I mean, like, he didn't just suffer like his dad was a prick or, you know, he hit him every once in a while. Like, his dad was like just a serial fucking just naked abuser. This abuse prompted him to turn to music rather quickly as an escape. So, like, music was his escape. I mean, when you have a home life like that and a rough life, when you go out, you got to find something, right? He also later said that it was not for his mother's encouragement and care, he would have killed himself.
Maybe she should have cared enough to go divorce this dude and fucking go find somebody else.
Yeah, I mean, from the research I did, it's like Marvin Gaye, especially due to his just a massive amount of abuse he suffered in his life, which has been shown in other animals.
Like, wait till this dude sleeps and slit his fucking throat.
I mean, but it's been shown in a lot of and most animals you study. If you subject them to horrible abuse, they have depressive symptoms. And of course, I mean, his dad fucking abused him most of his fucking life. So it's like, yeah, he's gonna have depression.
I just don't buy this. Like, my mom was a saint, though. It's like she was there and could have done something. Yeah, and she didn't. So
yeah, the mom should have slit fucking Marvin Gaye.
I mean, like, poison this dude's coffee, something. I don't give a fuck. Kill him.
Yeah, leave. Do anything. Get him fucking away from this horrible person. The abuse that caused these suicidal thoughts may have been partly fueled by Marvin Gaye Sr.'s complicated emotions about his own rumored homosexuality. So some people believe he might have been a closeted homosexual.
So his last name is Gaye too. So it's like, oh shit.
So yeah, Marvin Gaye.
So it almost feels like there's a spotlight on that aspect of himself, if that's true.
Whether or not that's true, the source of the rumors was largely that he cross-dressed, a behavior that was often erroneously linked with homosexuality, especially in decades past. It was like
true. There's plenty of fucking cross-dressers or drag queens or whatever that are heterosexual. So.
Yes, yeah. So I mean, yeah, of course. I mean, but at that time period, it was why they believed that people that did that were like
anybody who do that is gay.
They're gay as can be.
They're gay.
I mean, who even cares if they are gay? But whatever. Just back then, it was a horrible thing for a lot of people. According to Marvin Gaye, his father often wore women's clothes, and there was, quote, there have been periods when my father's hair was very long and curled under, and when he seemed quite adamant in showing the world of the girlish side of himself.
Oh, shit. Repression.
Yeah, so clearly this guy's repressing who he really is.
Take out that, I fucking have all this turmoil inside of me, and I'm going to take it out on my kid. Fuck you piece of shit. How dare you exist?
Well, and it gets even worse than that. But whatever the cause, the abuse didn't stop. He also, he also developed a lot of extraordinary talent for music. I mean, obviously, he was world famous. He went from performing at his father's church at age 4 to mastering both the piano and drums by the time he was a teen. He developed a deep love for R&B and doo-wop.
Doo-wop.
And of course, since he had this just massive font of talent, he started to make a name for himself professionally. Gaye wanted to distance himself from a toxic relationship with his father, so he changed his name from Gaye, G-A-Y, to Gaye, G-A-Y-E.
E.
Add that E. I always wonder why that was spelled that way. So this episode did. I was like, why is like? I was like, why did Marvin Gaye spell his name with an E? It's like, oh, it's like I want to get away from my fucking dad, which I think a lot of people can relate to. Gaye also reportedly changed his name in order to quell rumors that both he and his father were homosexuals. So it was literally just like the schoolyard. Your name's gay.
Your name is gay, so
You're
you
gay.
are gay.
You must be gay.
Lol, funny. Gay is gay.
Because that's what gay means.
I am stupid.
I am ignorant person in this timeline.
So once again, the root of all evil is religion. Well, I mean, I wouldn't. Yes, I would actually go that far. Yeah.
I mean,
Pretty much.
and repressing your demons.
Maybe not the
because-
root of all evil, but like, yeah, like 82% of it.
Yeah, no shock there, of course.
The love of money is actually the root of a lot of evil too. So the Bible was right on that one. If only it had admitted its own culpability.
Yeah. Then the Bible gets here's the thing about money though. The Bible can be used to justify making money.
Yeah.
I mean,
Or it could just be used to justify decrying money. I mean, you can pretty much use it for whatever
I mean,
you
who
want.
the fuck is he was using the Bible at this point to decry making money? I mean, I'm sure there's
I am a little, but I'm pretty much the only one.
Yeah, but you're an atheist. I mean,
Right. I'm being like, hey, your book actually says this. It's like, you don't really get it.
Yeah, that book kind of like bullshit. There's not any reason to believe it. It seems like you're kind of full of shit. No, well, how come you say that?
We'll
man?
get to Ron DeSantis. Don't worry, he's coming.
Yeah, that's coming up next here.
You think Marvin Gaye's daddy's a piece of shit? At least he only tortured one person.
Oh fuck. Gaye eventually moved with a musical colleague of his to Detroit and was able to secure a performance for the biggest name on the city's music scene, Motown Records founder Barry Gordy. He was quickly signed to the label and soon married Gordy's older sister Anna. Oh man, he got in like Flynn, right?
In.
Though Gaye soon became the Prince of Motown and enjoyed monumental success for the next 15 years, his relationship with his father never really healed. I mean,
Why would you even want it to?
I don't know why, but yeah, I mean, obviously, this is like the minute he could run away, he ran away. This is Marvin Gaye in 1983, and just look at this man.
Oh my God, yeah, he looks
I mean,
horrible.
He looks so bad. I mean, you could just tell.
I mean, how old? I mean, he said he was 45 when he died. So I mean, like this.
Well,
Is,
day before his 40. I believe he was 44 here.
okay, so this is
this is like polls from a YouTube video in 1980. Like, so I mean, like this is
Yeah,
like a
I mean,
copy of a video that's on YouTube.
he is aged hideously.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, there's like the bags under his eyes. You could fucking, I don't know, like you'd have to, that would have to be a checked bag. You know, that's a motherfucking. They're huge.
I mean, yeah, he's been through the fucking coke habit. And obviously he did it because of the trauma.
Right. I mean, you know,
he did it to run away.
His
from what
dad
the
beat
fuck
his
happened.
ass every fucking day of his life until he fucking ran
Yeah.
off. So I mean, like he's obviously like trying to run
Yeah.
from his demons, like
Whose
snorting
self-worth-
coke and shit.
Well, whose self-worth's not going to be destroyed if you have a fucking parent in your life that just abuses you pretty much every day until you leave. Like,
Right,
I
so you're
fucking
like-
hate you. You're worthless.
you have,
You're
like,
fucking nothing. You're a fucking piece
Insane
of shit.
PTSD and shit. Yeah.
Well, of course you believe that on some level, no matter how much you say you don't. Like he probably did
And
believe.
unfortunately, because of that, I mean, because he snorted away, you know, he snorted his demons and shit, he ended up having to move back in with the fucking very source of the goddamn problem in the first place. So
Yeah. So by the time Gaye finished his what would be his last tour in 1983, he had developed a cocaine addiction to cope with the pressures of the road, as well as a failed marriage to Anna due to his infidelity, which resulted in a contentious legal battle. So I mean, he had multiple problems. He had this relationship with his dad. His marriage is fucking crumbling. He's on the road, so he's fucking stressed all the time. So he can never fucking chill. He has to keep making money. And of course, that just spirals even further because he's doing a bunch of drugs. Like, oh, I gotta make sure I'm on my A game, so I keep getting fucking shows. It's the thing that'll happen to a lot of performers. They just get sucked down this path where it's like, on the outside, it looks like, man, this person's on top. They're doing great, but actually, they're just hopelessly in debt, hopelessly just fucking lost as a person, and just not able to step away and do what's right for their mental health. I mean, just physically exhausted. Addiction had made him paranoid and financially unstable. Of course, inspiring his return home. When he learned that his mother was recovering from kidney surgery, it only gave him more reason to move into the family home. So it's like he's not doing well, and it's like his mom's not doing well. It's like, oh shit, I better go back home. And of course, he goes back home, and he's right back in the pattern with his dad, the same violent fights with his father. And of course, the decades had done nothing but just bury the problem. They were never actually really dealt with. So the minute it's back, it's like, good to see you, son. I fucking hate you. It's like, oh shit. Let's picture the family here. Marvin, Alberta, and Marvin. So 2 Marvins and an Alberta. My husband never wanted Marvin, and he never liked him, Alberta Gaye, Marvin Gaye's mother, later explained. He used to say he didn't think he was really his child. I told him that was nonsense. He knew Marvin was his. But for some reason, he didn't love Marvin. And what's worse, he didn't want me to love Marvin either. So not only did he fucking hate Marvin and not want him to be alive and not want him to exist, it's like he's trying to be like, you shouldn't love Marvin either. He's terrible. Worst kid ever.
Yeah, I still maintain that this chick bears some responsibility for not, just like at the very least divorcing this dude.
Well, like,
or at the very, like preferably just kill him.
Well, look at this image here.
Because like you can get away with killing a piece of shit like this.
This looks like them on,
just fucking poison him, throw him on the train tracks, say he got drunk and fucking wandered off, But
if you look at it here, it's like this doesn't even look like a fucking family. Like now him and his mom do. Like he's got his arm around her. She's looking around like, oh, let's look around. The dad's kind of just like standing coldly next to Marvin, looking away. It's not like he's looking at him like we're taking a picture. It's like, oh, look what's over there. Like he's not interested in what fucking. But the only thing he's interested in Marvin in is probably his money and success. But furthermore, even as a grown man, Gaye harbored troubled emotions related to his father's cross-dressing and rumored homosexuality. According to one biographer, Gaye had long feared that his father's sexuality would influence his, saying, I find the situation all the more difficult because I have the same fascination with women's clothes. In my case, that was nothing to do with attraction for men. Sexually, men don't interest me. It's also something I fear. So, I mean, he kind of had a fascination with it too, but he's going to deny that. He's like, no, I don't have that. I don't have that problem.
Odds that Kyle Kalinske endorses DeSantis? I don't know, 0%.
500%.
There's no fucking way.
He might. I mean, the crazier things have happened, but I don't really see it.
I don't really see
it happening.
Unless Kyle has changed dramatically since the last time I fucking watched this shit.
Kyle's gonna be like, look, I never believe I'd say this, but
DeSantis, bro.
Like DeSantis is the way to go. Like, look, could it be Trump? Yeah, but if we have DeSantis, I think DeSantis will be a little bit better. Let's harm reduce. Whether it was these fears, Marvin Gaye's drug addiction, Marvin Gaye Sr.'s alcoholism, or a myriad of other causes, Gaye's time back home quickly proved to be violent. Gaye eventually kicked Gaye out, so his dad kicked his son out, but later returned saying, I have just one father. I want to make peace with him.
Bad idea.
I don't think it's going to happen.
Bad idea.
I don't feel like that's going to happen, Marvin, but hey.
Here you go. Bye-bye, shitbag.
Of course, he'd never get that chance. The death of Marvin Gaye started with a fight like so many others. On April 1st, 1984, Marvin Gaye and Marvin Gaye Sr. became engaged in a physical altercation after one another of their verbal battles in their Los Angeles home. Then Gaye, Marvin, allegedly began beating his father until his mother, Alberta, separated them. While Gaye was talking with his mother in his bedroom and trying to calm down, his father reached for a gift that his son had once given him, a .38 Special. Marvin Gaye Sr. entered the bedroom and, without a word, shot his son once in the chest. That one shot was enough to kill Gaye. After he fell to the ground, his father approached him and shot him a second and third time at point-blank range. Just to make sure. He's like, no, you're going to make sure you're dead. So, I mean, like, it boiled over to the point where, like, he literally just wanted him dead. Did not care what happened. Did not care how it happened. It's like, look, I'm going to have to do it. Alberta fled in horror, and her younger son, Frankie, who lived in a guest house on the property with his wife, was the first one to enter the scene just after Marvin Gaye's death. Now, TJ, you talk about like the fucking, rewriting history. Like Frankie should have been like, and Marvin left all his royalties to me.
I mean, what royalties? He snorted his fortune. I mean, I guess like he's probably made considerable money since.
Oh God, yeah.
His catalog is obviously worth a lot of money. I'm assuming people still listen to Marvin Gaye. I know his name. I don't really know his music that well.
I'm sure if you go on Spotify, he probably still gets a ton of listens.
Oh, I guess I can check that.
Yeah, I want to check that while I read this other part.
Okay.
So he was the first one to enter the scene after Marvin Gaye's death. Frankie later recalled how his mother collapsed before them, crying, "He shot Marvin. He's killed my boy."
Yeah, well, you knew it was coming, bitch. I don't fucking have no sympathy for that bitch whatsoever.
Marvin Gaye was pronounced dead at age 44 at 1:01 p.m. When police arrived, Marvin Gaye Sr. was sitting calmly on the porch, gun in hand. When police asked him if he loved his son, Gaye replied, "Let's say I didn't dislike him."
Let's just say I didn't dislike. Oh yeah, he gets a ton of views.
That's what I'm saying. Marvin Gaye.
He's getting he's still getting 13.5 million listens a month. That's a lot.
Yeah, dude, he's a fucking legend.
I mean, that's all, especially for fucking, you know, like I mean, that's
ain't no
big.
mountain high enough. I heard it through the grapevine.
Right.
Sexual healing. What's going on? Let's
Yeah,
get it on.
I pretty much know all those songs.
I mean,
so
look-
yeah.
I mean, his top song is 840 million listens.
Right. So he's huge to this day. Like his
Yeah.
shit's worth a ton of money. And this piece of shit fucking killed him. What a scumbag motherfucker. I
So-
hope this dude got raped to death in prison.
Why did he do it? We have some speculation.
Well, I
here.
shouldn't say that because I'm against fucking, you know, rape as a form of punishment, obviously. But I hope he fucking, I don't know. I hope he died fucking real bad.
But Marvin Gaye Sr. was never shy about his, sort of venom and hatred for his son. His attitude somewhat changed following Marvin's death. I mean,
Oh yeah, real easy now to be like, you know, I guess I ought not have killed him.
yeah, right. Of course, I shouldn't have killed.
That
him.
was a bad thing I'd done.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Of course. Well,
Oopsie daisy.
which sounds
you know?
like just doesn't really sound like even like sort of like let me ask for forgiveness. He made statements expressing his grief over losing his beloved child.
Oh yeah, you didn't lose him. You fucking
Yeah.
murdered him,
And he
bitch.
claimed he wasn't fully aware of what he was doing.
Dude, he coldly and callously walked in, shot him in the chest, and then shot him 2 more times when he was on the ground. Like, you don't get to be like, it wasn't a heat of passion. Like, it wasn't like in the midst of the argument he reached for the gun and shot him. Like, if it was that, it was like I was blinded by my anger, you know, or whatever. Like, I could kind of maybe give a little sliver of credence to it. But the fact that, like, he went off in the other room, got the gun, walked in, didn't say a word, just shot him in the chest, and then shot him 2 more times when he was on the ground. Like, come on.
In a jail cell interview before his trial, Gaye admitted that I pulled the trigger, but claimed he thought the gun was loaded with BB pellets. The first one didn't seem to bother him. He put his hand up to his face like he'd been hit with the BB. Then I fired again. There's no fucking way, dude.
It's very like his mom was also abused. Marvin Sr. made her feel help. I mean, I'm not going to give her a pass on that bullshit. Sell that fucking shit to somebody else because I ain't buying that horse shit. I mean, maybe she was getting abused, but that's all the more reason to take the fucker out.
So, furthermore, in his defense, Gaye claimed that his son had become something like a beast-like person on cocaine, and that the singer beat him terribly before the shooting occurred.
Whatever, bitch.
He beat me. He beat me. That's why I did it. The subsequent
You beat him every day of his fucking childhood, you piece of fucking worm shit.
I know. It's just this guy is so fucking
Oh,
terrible.
God, what a terrible motherfucking person.
The subsequent investigation, however, found no physical evidence that Gaye Sr. suffered a beating.
Of course not.
Lieutenant Robert Martin, the lead detective on the case, said there was no indication of bruises, nothing like he'd been punched out or that kind of stuff. So
This
there's
guy's just a fucking asshole.
As for the nature of the argument that preceded Marvin Gaye's death, distraught neighbors claimed that the time of the fight was over plans for the singer's 45th birthday, which was the next day. Later reports claimed that the fight had broken out over insurance policy that Alberta had misplaced, drawing Gaye's wrath. Whatever the cause, whatever the truth of Gaye's, BB claim, bullshit. He added that he was remorseful and that he didn't know his son had died until a detective told them hours later.
You shot him in the chest. What do you mean?
Yeah, you did. I just didn't believe it, he said. I thought he was kidding me. I said, oh, God, of mercy. Oh, it just shocked me. I just went to pieces, just cold. I just sat there and I didn't know what to do. Just sitting there like a mummy.
You shot him in the chest, okay? Like, it's not like you walked in and, like, shot him in the leg or something. I mean, like, you shot him in the chest. Yeah, he's dead.
Now, Pilgrim, TJ, this is the part of the episode.
I can't believe it.
This is the part of the episode I want to tell you. I'm sorry, this is the only image I could find. That Marvin Gaye Sr. went away for the rest of his days, TJ.
I already know he didn't because someone in the chat said he only went away for 6 years, so it's already been spoiled for me.
Ultimately, the courts seemed to have sympathy for Marvin Gaye Sr.'s version of events, despite the brutal way that Marvin Gaye had died. On September 20th, 1984, Gaye was allowed to enter a plea bargain of no contest to one charge of voluntary manslaughter. He was given a suspended 6-year
So he didn't
sentence
even have to go. He didn't even
with
fucking go to
5
prison.
years of probation.
Oh
He
my
later died
God.
in a California nursing home in 1998 at age 84. He gave his last words on the death of Marvin Gaye at his sentencing on November 20th, 1984. If I could bring him back, I would. I was afraid of him. I thought I was going to get hurt. I didn't know what was going to happen. I'm really sorry for everything that happened. I loved him. I wish he could step through this door right now. I'm paying the price now.
No, you're not.
What a joke.
Ugh. What a
As-
terrible story,
As
Scotty.
usual, the scumbags always make it out.
What a terrible story.
You can trust me, Octavian. I'm your friend, Cicero. I'm your friend. Oh, cut Cicero's head off. No problem, Antony. Let's get him. I'm your dad. I love you. I'll murder you. What do you think? It was celebrities who were murdered. It was famous people who got murdered. TJ.
Well, I mean, I thought it'd be a little cheerier than that. I don't know.
cheerier murder?
Yeah, where's
Son,
the fun murders, you know?
Marvin Gaye's dad was great to him every day of his life. Then one day decided, you know what? Marvin should just die and blew his brains out. The end.
Senior had a brain tumor affecting his thing. Well, for his entire life. Did he have it when he was beating him every day as a kid, too? Was it like a lifelong brain tumor? Also, I PM TJ on Twitter. Fans use code DeepFatFried for 20% off orders on my Facebook page. Well, they don't know what your Facebook page is, but sure. That's cool, though. I mean, I'm
as
glad.
far as the brain tumor thing, I didn't hear anything about
Anyone
that.
who can track it down, I guess, can do that.
That wasn't the thrust of this episode, anyways. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. I mean, I don't know. Can you really claim his whole life he had a brain tumor that made him beat his fucking kid? I mean, I don't know. Like, I've heard of plenty of people having brain tumors, they didn't do shit like that. But it could have been possible. He could have had head trauma. There's other things, of course. So
It's Arabian Night. I've already been a fan. It's early drunk peasants. I'm going to katana or longsword, clan, blah, blah, blah. Send customer email. Anyway, we'll fucking talk about it. All right. I got your message. I'm going to give it a little fire symbol or whatever. We can talk
talk about a sword.
later about
A sword
swords and shit.
from the stone. All right, TJ. Well, now the interesting part of the episode's over.
Now it's time for the boring bullshit. It's time for this bullshit. Everybody go sleep. It's my portion.
Oh, shit.
Scotty's actually interesting good part is done. Now begins TJ's
Ron
boring
DeSantis.
dumb part.
Man, you know what? You sounds fucking lame.
This is supposed to be the second picture. I don't know what the fuck is doing up here now.
Dude, Peyton?
No, it's my fault.
No, it's Peyton's fault.
It's definitely my fault.
No, it's Peyton.
It's first in the document, so I
Why
fucked it up.
did you not tell me where to pull the episode properly?
It's Ron DeSantis. It's Ron DeSantis. It's Ron DeSantis.
We're doing an episode on right-wing turds. Is that what we're doing an episode on?
This is dude, I feel like people kind of know Ron DeSantis' name for around the way, but they really don't know much about the motherfucker yet. So I figured we'd just kind of talk about him,
his life,
explore him together sexually. So this guy right here is Ron DeSantis, is the current governor, state of Florida. Golden governor, damn Florida.
No, I just went to Florida, TJ. Let me tell you, a fine state.
He has raised, I think, over $100 million for re-election campaign, but it's going to probably be transferred into a presidential campaign. Pretty much everybody anticipates this dude running for president in 2024.
I mean, his star has only been rising.
He has attracted a lot of big donors, including some that formerly were Trump donors, have now jumped the Trump ship and joined with DeSantis, viewing him as a more palatable version of Trump, a more politically polished version of Trump, a more maybe effectual version of Trump. But let's talk about him when he was just a whippersnapper right here. So he's the kid on the left here. So he was born on September 14th, 1978 in Jacksonville, Florida. He is the son of Karen and Ronald DeSantis. His mother was a nurse. His father installed Nielsen TV ratings boxes. Very specific job.
That's not a thing you commonly hear. What did your dad do? Sells it Nielsen TV boxes to check the ratings.
So DeSantis has been a avid baseball player and fan his whole life. He was a member of a little league team from Dunedin National that made it to the 1991 Little League World Series. He attended Our Lady of Lourdes Catholic School and graduated from Dunedin High School in 1997. After high school, he studied history at Yale University. He was the captain of Yale's varsity baseball team and was a member of the Delta Kappa Epsilon fraternity. Which, for frat boy.
Dude,
piece
this
of
guy
shit.
sounds like a total fucking douche.
Dude, you just know he's a chode. Everything about his fucking biography just lets you know, like, I was in the Little League World Series, and then I attended Yale, where I was a member of Delta Kappa Epsilon.
You can just tell, look at this fucking Little League World Series picture, that this guy was going to fucking just, he's one of those obnoxious fucking people that walks in a room. You just have to hear everything they're saying with their buddies.
And you just want to kick him in the fucking nuts.
Oh yeah, man.
So
Fucking gonna crush the little girl series, bitch. We're gonna fucking win. That team fucking sucks,
So
bro.
he graduated from Yale in 2001. After spending a year as a history teacher at the Darlington School, he attended Harvard Law School.
Ah, yes. Harvard
Graduating
Law.
in 2005 with a Juris Doctor degree, basically an entry into law degree. So then he joined military. Join the damn military, boy.
Now, wait a minute now, TJ. I won't disrespect no one who was in the
Now
military.
he served our country in the military.
Now, you bet if you have one negative thing this episode getting polled, boy.
Dunedin? Dunedin?
Dunedin?
I'm going to say Dunedin.
Dunedin.
Because that makes more sense to me.
Boy, I'm from the South. I know how to say fucking Southern
Dunedin?
words, you piece of shit.
World Series where other countries participate? None. Parts of Ron DeSantis' Navy career remain unknown to the public as the Republican nominee for Florida governor heads into the final weeks of campaigning. That's because DeSantis, an attorney and former congressman, hasn't disclosed full details as the federal government won't provide certain information. Through a federal government public records request, the Florida Phoenix obtained 42 pages of records from the U.S. Department of Navy related to DeSantis' active duty service from the spring of 2004 to early 2010. The records provide some concrete information on his career, including legal work, medals, and missions, though the Navy would not elaborate on certain duties. The material was often redacted because release of such information would be clearly unwarranted invasion of the personal privacy of Ronald D. DeSantis and other identified individuals. Still, the federal records are important because politicians or many or others may talk about military experiences, medals, and commendations, but the government can confirm the facts about a military record. In Florida, home to a large number of veterans and pro-military voters, a military background can give a political candidate a particularly substantial boost. DeSantis' opponent, Democrat Andrew Gillum, doesn't have anything about a military background on his campaign website. So what do they know about it? Let's see. Document in the records shows that sometime in the period of March 2006, early January 2007, DeSantis' primary duty was a trial counsel, meaning he was a prosecutor in the, in the Navy. The record also showed that DeSantis was described as a JTF GTMO scheduler administrator officer. The acronym stands for Joint Task Force Guantanamo, the naval base in Cuba that began operating detention camps after September 11, 2001, a terrorist attack. Human rights groups have long been critical of detaining prisoners there without charges, among other concerns. So yeah, he used to work at the torture prison where people are held without trial or charge.
I just love, too, how we just talked about another figure on the show, and it's like, okay, comes from well-off background, check. Well-educated, check. Got a law degree, check. Is a lawyer, check. Rose to power, check. It's like, oh, man, we're talking about Cicero? No, we're talking about Ron DeSantis, sorry.
Hopefully it'll end the same way as the Cicero story.
Oh, shit, well...
Ron DeSantis had a 3.336 batting average, yet no MLB team wanted him. I wonder if that plays into his fascism. I mean, we'll find out.
That is pretty insane. He had a 336 batting average, and he couldn't get it.
Maybe he didn't want that. Maybe he fucking had these political aspirations the whole time.
He probably did.
I mean, it would explain the military service when he clearly didn't need to. Let's see.
I mean, Ron DeSantis is the kind of guy he just wants it on his record. Like, I went to Harvard and I'm a military veteran. It's like,
Harvard, military. The DeSantis campaign website states during his active duty, he supported operations at the terrorist detention center in Guantanamo Bay and deployed to Iraq an advisor to U.S. Navy SEAL commander in support of SEAL mission in Fallujah, Ramadi, and the rest of the Al Anbar province. So he's involved in a lot of shady shit that the U.S. government has done. The records provided to the Phoenix reference Iraq and the Arabian Peninsula, and DeSantis' duties in the months or around 2007, 2008 were described as special operations, special reconnaissance, intelligence, and foreign internal defense operations. DeSantis was awarded a Bronze Star Medal for meritorious service from October 2007 to April 2008, the records show. DeSantis received at least 10 awards and decorations for his service. One of them was a Navy and Marine Corps Commendation Medal for prosecuting at least 25 court-martial cases, as well as cases in federal court involving procurement fraud and fraud related to military medals.
Oh, my fucking God. Are you kidding me, dude? This guy's a fucking puffball with a puffball record. Dude.
I know, right?
It was all like, look, under machine gun fire and sniper fire, there's a wounded soldier in the middle of the battlefield. He ran. putting his life on the line. You know, like he did some really heroic shit.
Most crayons shoot.
Yeah,
crayons.
He fucking jumped on a fucking grenade and he fucking saved.
Yeah,
everyone.
he did a bunch of prosecutions and you know.
He was a fucking spook that fucking busted other people.
Yeah,
that's what he fucking did.
He's a narc spook piece of shit, bitch.
He's a fucking lapdog from day one.
Fucking probably you know, working to murder innocent civilians in Fallujah, working to torture people in Gitmo.
Whatever you want, Uncle Sam, I'll do it.
Basically, just like, you know, well, whatever. I know the word Nazi doesn't even have any weight with anybody anymore because it's been so fucking driven into the ground.
Nazi.
But still, yeah, he's a Nazi. It's okay. We can say it. He's a fucking Nazi.
No, he's not. He loves America.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's why it makes him a Nazi.
America needs to be strong.
Anyway,
tough.
So
Tough
he's
America.
he's got, like, you're right. It's like a puffball career. He was a prosecutor. He's a fucking spook. He's an intelligence guy.
Give me a fucking break. This guy knew that he's got wanted this on his fucking record.
Right.
That's
So,
what
I mean,
he
this-
wanted.
Yeah, he fucking got a bunch of easy medals doing fucking prosecutions, which is pretty easy when you fucking have a law degree from fucking Harvard.
I served honorably in the military.
So he knew he could go in there and rack up some fucking medals just from doing some basic prosecutions and shit.
Yeah, he knew exactly what he was doing.
He knew he could fucking get like a distinguished military career without actually risking his ass. So anyway, political views / career. Ron DeSantis represented Florida's 6th district in the U.S. House of Representatives from 2013 to 2018. He has served as Florida's governor since 2019. DeSantis is currently the GOP's
chosen one.
Since this man's most likely to be president one day, let's see what he believes. Let's see about his beliefs.
Does he actually believe anything?
Well, his stated beliefs.
Oh, okay. Well, fair enough. I mean, this is what he tells people he believes.
I'm Casey DeSantis.
Everyone knows my husband.
Everyone knows my husband is an evil fascist piece of shit. But did they know I'm a plastic surgery nightmare?
I don't think they knew that, but now they do.
I mean, he likes getting his dick sucked because those are dick sucking lips.
Well, you got to give him that.
And they clearly ain't natural. So
fuck no.
Everyone knows my husband Ron DeSantis is endorsed by President.
Everyone knows my husband Ron DeSantis loves a good fucking blowjob, which is why I have these ridiculous collagen implant lips.
I mean, she just looks fake as fuck, dude.
Everyone knows my husband Ron DeSantis likes a fake bimbo plastic bitch to come sit on his fucking dick every night. But still, he cheats on me with other women all the time, despite all the plastic surgery that I've gotten to please him.
It's never enough, Casey.
All right, I'm being a little too mean, maybe.
Everyone knows my husband Ron DeSantis is endorsed by President Trump, but he's also an amazing dad. Ron loves.
Yeah, right.
He's an amazing dad.
Playing with the kids.
He loves
Ron DeSantis, build the wall. Yeah, we've taught our children our hatred and intolerance of others. It's a beautiful thing.
Look at it.
Build the wall.
Yeah,
He
build
reads
it. Keep the Mexicans out.
Yeah,
They're
that's
bad
right.
People.
Anybody with brown skin is bad, little Susie.
Okay, Daddy.
Stories.
Then Mr. Trump said, "You're fired."
Yeah, this is gonna age poorly now that you're like totally going after Trump and shit. I guess it was convenient to like Trump at this point, but just like Octavian stabbed Cicero in the back, you're fixing to stab Trump in the back too.
If history teaches
So maybe
you
we
anything,
should. Maybe his name should be Ron Backstabus.
Yeah, it'd be fitting.
I love that part.
He's teaching Madison to talk.
Make America great again.
People say Ron.
Now this is so cute how he's fucking like, yeah, I'm indoctrinating my children to be horrible. I'm an evil piece of shit. Isn't it beautiful?
Ron's all Trump, but he is so much more.
Big league. So good.
I just thought you
in
should.
front of screen. Look, we love these props. We are
Look.
just like you.
This is my little girl prop. This is my child that I care about. I'm going to say words to it now.
I love Trump.
Trump
love
is
military.
good, child. Did you know that, child? That I care about and have human emotions towards?
Wave the American flag in the background. No, they won't have my vote. Where's the
No.
American flag?
Yeah, where's the guns? That's what I
Ron
wanna know.
DeSantis for governor.
Where's the fucking guns? You need guns if you want to fucking have
Everyone-
a successful political ad here. Come on.
Ron DeSantis loves Trump. Oh, I guess he doesn't love Trump anymore because Trump.
Well, no, we'll learn about that. He doesn't. Yeah, and now he actually refused Trump's endorsement in his last race. So like, yeah, he's clearly like setting the stage for like, I mean, he's gonna fucking go on. I mean, he's gonna go on the stage and attack after running an ad where he's fucking like basically like teaching his kids like Trump is God, little Sally. Then he's gonna go on the campaign, the primaries, be like, Donald Trump was an irresponsible piece of shit. He betrayed us. He's no good.
Oh, dude, I can't wait.
I am the true fucking conservative here.
I can't wait till we have the Trump DeSantis debate.
Listen, he's a piece of shit.
Look, he loved me. He loved me.
He worshipped me, but now he betrays me.
What name is he gonna give DeSantis?
I don't know. Fucking I don't know.
I'm not
It's
Trump.
gonna be,
I'm not Trump, so I can't just give him his little.
Yeah, I
thing
mean,
there.
like it. So the thing is, it can't be anything clever, but it has to be something true. Maybe you just call him like Slimy Ron or something. I don't know.
Slimy Ron.
There's Slimy Ron. He's over there. Look at him. He's covered in slime. He's covered in sludge. He
begged for my endorsement. He begged for it.
He begged for it. I didn't even want to give it to him. I'm like, he's a scumbag. He's slimy. He's a slime ball.
Can't trust Ron.
You can't trust him. He looks like a backstabber. But I gave it to him anyway because people told me it was a good idea.
I fired those people.
Probably the only mistake I ever made in my entire life.
Yeah, right.
Was giving an endorsement to that piece of fucking shit.
Terrible.
Terrible guy.
Awful guy.
Awful backstabber. Horrible. Horrible man.
Not orange enough either. Look how orange I am. Oh, look. Oh, the beautiful orange. A beautiful shade of orange. Not orange enough to be your leader.
Trump doesn't usually do alliteration when he names the people, though. Like, he called, like, it was Lion Ted, Crooked Hillary. He doesn't usually do the alliteration thing. Dirty DeSantis would be, that'd be something. I mean, that'd be having like that alliteration going, but like Trump doesn't usually do that. Usually it's just
Dirty
like
DeSantis.
an adjective that fucking has like no bear. Like he doesn't. There's never any cleverness or wordplay to it. It's always just like negative adjective and then their name.
Sleepy Joe. He's sleepy.
Sleepy Joe. Crooked Hillary. Lion Ted.
Needs a bath in a bottle. He's tired.
So that's why I wouldn't do slimy, because it's actually not an adjective. It's usually a fucking verb.
That's true.
It's usually verb and then their name.
Yeah, so you need an adjective. That's what you'd have to come up with.
Well, you need a verb because they're always doing something. It's always like scamming Ron.
Low energy, TJ. You're low energy.
Suck dick Ron. He's out there sucking dicks. That's what you should do. Just call him suck dick Ron, dude.
Yeah, Trump really
Listen,
wants...
I know what Ron DeSantis does when he's not out there running the state of Florida. He's out there. Is it any wonder he's in charge of the state that's shaped like a dick? He loves dick, ladies and gentlemen. He's a dick lover.
If Trump really wants to just one up DeSantis and take him out of the race before he even gets a chance, he's got to bang Casey. That's what he's got to do.
Yeah. He's got like,
look, I mean,
listen, I'm not trying to brag about it. I feel bad. I did it. But I fucked your wife.
I know. I didn't mean to.
I didn't know you were married at the time. I mean, I did know, but I forgot.
I forgot for a minute. I'm really sorry. But, Casey, I mean, look, the DSL.
She said you weren't. She said you was out somewhere running your campaign. And I was just like, well.
Do this for America.
I hate to see your dick sucking lips run out of practice. And so I fucked his wife. I didn't mean to do it. But anyway, yeah, I totally cucked that bitch.
Like for Republican voters, they might say they don't care, but they'd be like, Ron DeSantis, I mean, that's where Trump already hit it.
I mean, like, yeah, like most people would be like, oh man, Donald Trump's a scumbag. Fuck that dude's wife. But Republicans will be like,
damn,
well, what an alpha. He done it. He good.
He is the alpha male.
He's the alpha and the omega.
If DeSantis had fucked Melania, I would say that about him, but he didn't.
Yeah. DeSantis needs to get on top of this now and fucking like Ivanka. It's like,
oh, shit.
Well, Donald, I did the one thing you've always secretly wanted to do. I fucked your daughter.
Oh, shit, dude. That's when American politics gets real interesting. Whoa, what?
I fucked your wife.
Oh,
that reminds me of the time I fucked your daughter in the ass.
And I'm about to release the sex tape.
Just go to Ron DeSantis /Ivanka Hump. Yeah. Anyway. We're evil. Anyway. I think this is religion. This is the religion section, okay? So I think there's a lot of really, really crazy people out there, unfortunately, that really get consumed with ideology. These people that don't really have, I think, a religious foundation or any type of relationship with God. And so they turn to radical politics as a kind of what they're going to do. DeSantis on CJ attempted assassin. Okay.
What? They have no morality because they are not with God.
They need to turn to Jesus.
Glad that Christians never kill anybody.
So Brett Kavanaugh is a Roman Catholic, is highly religious. He has stated on several occasions that America is a Christian nation. So there
We
you
live
go.
in a Christian nation. It's Christian.
Atheists demand DeSantis' apology for fallacious smear of non-religious. I'm sure he immediately did it. Atheist activists are accusing Florida Governor Ron DeSantis of issuing a fallacious smear on non-religious residents and are imploring him to apologize. Non-theists. The Freedom from Religion Foundation, an atheist activist group based in Madison, Wisconsin, said DeSantis implying during a June 6th press conference in Fort Worth Beach, Florida, that people without a religious foundation are prone to criminal violence. DeSantis made these insulting and baseless statements at a press conference a few days ago regarding a person who allegedly attempted to assassinate U.S. Supreme Court Justice Brett Kavanaugh. A FFRF statement read, DeSantis claims so-called lunatics lack a religious foundation or any type of relationship with God. The atheist group argued that these comments are unfair to religious individuals and paint them in a deeply unfavorable light. A review of DeSantis' comments show he did indeed discuss and the accused as well as the topic of non-religion, though some context is needed. The governor described a lunatic trying to assassinate Justice Kavanaugh before explaining his views on extreme individuals' worldviews, which I already read his quote. We write to urge you to immediately retract, this is from the Freedom from Religion Foundation, to immediately retract your misleading comments and apologize to your non-religious constituents. There is apparently no evidence that this particular suspect was in any way motivated by lack of religion or even whether he is non-religious at all. In fact, he reportedly had a religious upbringing and mental health issues seem to be an obvious factor in the case. I noticed that there's nothing in this article about DeSantis actually issuing such an apology, shockingly.
TJ, so we're going to have to go to the bullshit robot. Is Ron DeSantis full of shit on this?
It's bullshit.
Thank you. The AI bullshit robot that controls us all has said that Ron
shit.
DeSantis is utterly full of shit.
Fuck.
Can't believe it.
So here is Ron DeSantis signing a bill to protect churches from emergency lockdowns.
Oh, yeah, man. Totally under attack.
Yeah, because, these churches, they're essential.
Man. Talk about fucking going on a witch hunt, dude. It's people not religious enough is why things done got bad.
And also, I think I must pull that too. But anyway, so houses of worship will have the freedom to choose whether to stay open during Florida's next pandemic. So if there's another pandemic, no matter what it is or how deadly it is, Ron DeSantis has already signed a bill making churches the last to shut their doors during an emergency.
The pew pandemic is going on. This disease is spread only through church pews. Can't shut it down. Look, we need to be able to overrule science.
He has ruled that Florida's churches are essential services.
No.
And during a state of emergency, the state and local governments must allow religious events and activities to continue unless the government requires all entities, like business and government offices, to cease activities and close their doors. So unless it gets to the point where literally everything is shut down, churches have to stay open. So basically, just like completely irrational. Bullshit.
Fuck science.
Fuck reason. Fuck reality.
Fuck epidemiology. Fuck it all. It doesn't matter what needs science.
Because all that matters is God.
They need this spiritual nourishment, TJ. Can you just read the Bible at home?
No.
I mean, you can't? You can't?
No, we illiterate. Sorry.
Someone need to tell me what the Bible says. That's the preacher's job or pastor's job.
Florida will now force kids to observe 1 minute moment of silence in schools.
Prayer.
Florida Governor Ron DeSantis has signed into law a moment of silence bill that serves no educational purposes whatsoever, but will allow Republicans to say they put prayer back in public schools. HB 529 forces all public schools in the state to have a moment of silence that lasts at least 60 seconds, a length of time during which students are legally forbidden from learning anything. The bill's sponsor, State Rep Randy Fine, said earlier this year that the silence was necessary because I fundamentally believe that our kids have issues today, in part because they don't have time for moments of reflection. He said that after referencing the mass shooter at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, to put it another way, he thought about Parkland, blamed it on kids having issues, and thought the cure was forced silence. But other Republicans, including DeSantis, admitted what everyone else knows is true. This is all about injecting Christianity into schools. The idea that you can push God out of every institution and be successful, I'm sorry, our founding fathers did not believe that. Actually, plenty of them did. Not all of them. DeSantis said shortly after signing the measure behind a placard that read, "Protect religious liberty." Oh, yeah, that's what I would, because this is definitely a form of liberty. It's not a form of fucking theocracy or fascism whatsoever.
Give me liberty or give me death.
This is not an authoritarian bill.
No, TJ, you just simply ask you for a moment of silence to reflect upon the day.
Yeah.
All the upcoming tasks, all the things you must do.
And if that moment of silence happens to be, you know,
a prayer?
A prayer, that's fine.
I mean, that might be outdated now because, I mean, they've already ruled that at fucking football games and shit like that, they can have prayer there. So it won't be long until the Supreme Court says, like, well, it's discriminates against religion to say you can't pray in school and have it led by your teacher in the school.
It's time to listen to his Christmas video.
Hello, this is Governor.
Hold up.
Hello, it's Puffball here. He's a puffy motherfucker, isn't he?
Hello,
really
it's human Puffball Ron DeSantis here.
It's human Cheeto, except minus the orange, but I guess he'll get that part soon. As soon as he gets a little bit older, starts looking a little older and shit, dude, he'll get all that orange spray tan on him.
Governor Ron DeSantis.
Ron DeSantis.
For unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder, and his name shall be called Wonderful, Counselor, the Mighty God,
it's me,
the
Puffy
Everlasting
Demagogue.
Father, the Prince of Peace. The first Christmas in America was celebrated just down the street from the Florida Capitol in what was then Spanish Florida. Much has changed over the ensuing centuries, yet Christmas still endures as a time for redemption, grace, hope, and love. How blessed we are as a people to live in a country.
This is so robotic.
I have
Christian, how blessed we are to live in a country where Christmas is still a thing or whatever.
Give me a break, bro.
I care deeply for what these plebs care for. You celebrate Christmas, I do, but I do it from a religious standpoint.
Hello, everyone. Christmas is happening again, and I wish all humans peace and love and so on and so forth.
Even though I don't really feel that way.
I clearly have no actual emotional investment in what I am saying now, but that is okay because the words are pretty and you like them because they are what you, my Christian conservative base, want to hear. This guy would fucking shoot. This guy would literally fucking crucify Jesus himself if it meant that he could be president. Like he would literally fucking like look Christ in the eyes and just fucking like massacre him with a fucking M16 if it meant that he could have a fucking one more scrap of power. So this guy is not a fucking Christian because to be a Christian, you'd actually have to believe in something. And clearly this dude is a desolate fucking wasteland inside. So
that protects our right to celebrate the birth of Christ freely.
Yeah.
Our state has grown considerably in
finally. Finally, Scotty.
Florida, oh my God, this war on Christmas nonsense. No one in Florida was restricted from celebrating Christmas.
Remember when fucking they wouldn't let you celebrate Christmas? Remember that? Ron
Guys,
DeSantis put a stop to that shit.
I just want to give you guys presents and gather around the Christmas tree. No, we're old Florida. That's not allowed. If only there was a hero who could save us. It is I, Ron DeSantis. Puffball. I will save you. Thanks, Mr. DeSantis. Will you make Christmas legal again? You betcha, sport. I will. Like, what the fuck's this shit, dude?
Governor Juan, can we celebrate Christmas again?
That's right, little Billy. Finally, Christmas is no longer illegal in the state of Florida.
Thank you, Governor.
in recent years, but I've been assured that Santa Claus will make all scheduled deliveries, and I have instructed state law enforcement to assist Santa with anything he needs.
There's no kids watching this, please. I mean,
Yeah,
wait,
really?
unless, wait, do the adults that you're fucking voting for, wait, do the adults in your constituency believe in Santa Claus too?
The one that I care about is the governor going to help Santa get my presents.
He said
he would.
He said he gonna help Santa. That's good.
From Casey, Madison, Mason, and Mamie, my entire family.
Do you have a wait? What is that name?
Mamie.
My entire family wishes you a very
hold on.
Casey, Madison, Mason, and Mamie.
Mamie? Mamie?
It's Mamie.
You have a kid named Mamie?
Poor fucking kid, dude. Not Ron DeSantis, her fucking dad.
Mamie DeSantis? Oof.
Yeah, that's a terrible name. Mamie?
Mamie, all right.
My entire family wishes you a very Merry Christmas.
Thanks, evil piece of shit.
I'm sure you really do. Thanks, Ron.
I really feel the sincerity
Can
emanating from your being.
feel the love tonight?
Could we do a take 2 on that, Ron?
Nailed it.
What's the problem? You seem to have like a complete and utter lack of like humanity. Your eyes are the cold, calculating eyes of a cynical, murderous politician. Your speech patterns are reflective of like Norman Bates.
Piss, TJ, just vamp.
From Psycho, you know?
Vamp, TJ.
You kind of come across like that dude from American Psycho, actually. Patrick Bateman, you know? You want to try to do it again? It's like, no, that's about as good as I can do it. All right, bro. Well, hopefully your constituents won't notice. They won't. Yeah, I'm Mamie. I'm Mamie, homie. Yeah, this raw motherfucking DeSantis. Talk about that raw motherfucker. DeSantis. Motherfucking Ron DeSantis, bro. This is funny right here. I'm gonna wait for Scotty to be back on before we talk about this because this is like hilarious bullshit right here. I mean, it's really not hilarious. It's kind of just like pure evil and shitty, but it's like so evil that it's kind of fucking hilarious. Everybody loves Satan. 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 Oh, dude, no. Dude, the dude from The Omen died. Boo. David Warner, British actor known for The Omen and Tron, dies at 80. Sad. Sad. That makes me sad inside. Dick smasher. Yeah, bish. All right, Scotty. You're going to love this part, okay? You're going to love this, Scotty.
I'll see more of Patrick Bateman.
No.
It's Patrick Bateman.
Patrick Bateman?
Yeah. You ever heard of him?
He's not really that fat is the problem.
Dude, he's fat. That suit hides it.
He's kind of fat, but he's not fat. Like, honestly, for an American, he really ain't that fat. I mean, he's got a little bit of a gut.
I think he's hiding it well, dude.
Listen to this. In 2013, DeSantis introduced the Palestinian Accountability Act, which would halt all U.S. aid to the state of Palestine until it formally recognizes Israel's right to exist and their right to control/govern former Palestinian land.
I'm sorry, did you say you mean the Whip Dog Act?
As governor, he pledged to be the most pro-Israel governor in America. After Airbnb decided to no longer allow rentals of Israeli settlements on the West Bank, DeSantis ordered the Department of Management Services to no longer reimburse state employees and state contractors for travel expenses with Airbnb. He also added Airbnb to Florida's scrutinized companies list.
Shouldn't it just be the free market should decide, TJ?
So basically, there's no. I mean, like, isn't that the fucking one of those anti-First Amendment things you've ever heard? By the way, like basically, like punishing people for their political views,
especially from people like Ron DeSantis who espouse their deep love of laissez-faire capitalism.
No, well, I mean, he's very much okay with fucking tampering in the market, as we'll find out. Through this and other instances.
Well, it's selective. You have to remember with conservatives, it's highly selective.
Everything is selective with them, but. Yeah, this guy, not only does he side with the fucking Israelis over the Palestinians, while the Palestinians are literally just being like further and further pushed off of their land and into like, I don't even know, like eventually what's going to happen. Are they just going to be like death camped, or are they just going to be like run off into the sea? Because it seems like there's less and less land for them and more for Israelis
TJ,
all the time.
You're permanently resettling these people in wonderful homes.
This guy basically sides with evil. And then if you criticize evil, he will fuck with your business. in his official capacity as governor, he will use it to fucking enforce the edicts and powers of evil. This guy is a piece of fucking shit. And if he becomes president, which he probably fucking will, because the Democrats suck so bad that they fucking elected grandpa president.
Yeah.
What? Ron who?
Look, Ron DeSantis.
This guy is
He's
pure.
a bad politician. Huh?
This dude is. If there is a fucking antichrist on this earth, it's probably Ron DeSantis. Just so you guys know. Like, I'm not a Christian, but if I was, I would identify this dude as the antichrist immediately.
No.
Like, this is what Damien looks like when he grows up. Okay.
No, it's not.
Lactos Dominos.
You should get that as a drop, because you always reference that shit.
I know. It added as a drop on my
Put
board.
it as a fucking drop, bro.
Photo release. Ron DeSantis visits the Western Wall and the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. Sepulchre?
Ron DeSantis single-handedly removes a Palestinian from their home.
Ron DeSantis showed up. A Palestinian family sitting down for dinner was shocked when Florida Governor Ron DeSantis barged in with a machine gun and told them to get the fuck out so that an Israeli family could move in.
They have a nice Israeli family waiting outside. Come on.
Get out of here, mud people. We got some good the Jews to take this fucking house.
I hate this guy. This guy is pure, unmitigated, unfucking adulterated, shit-eating, Satan-worshipping fucking evil right here. This dude worships evil. He is evil. He embodies pure fucking contempt for everything good in the world. But I hope he fucking dies.
You know what? You say that, but he also but he helped Santa Claus deliver presents.
That's true. I forgot about that.
So you didn't think about that, did you?
That was his heart grew 3 sizes that day, you know?
What you think of guns? What do you think of guns, Ron DeSantis?
I love guns. I mean, he's a fucking conservative Republican.
I mean, yeah. I mean, is it really? I mean, this is not a shocking fucking position.
What? He wants everyone to have as many guns as possible?
Ron
No.
DeSantis, I know this is going to be shocking to a lot of you, opposes gun control and opposes regulations, stating very rarely do firearms restrictions affect criminals. They really only affect law-abiding citizens. He has an A+ from the NRA.
I mean, he should.
He has done laws. This is his law to let you do carry guns without a permit, conceal carry without permit.
So do it with the concealed carry system in Florida.
Yeah, so just like, you can have a gun. You don't need to have a permit for it or nothing.
Sounds like freedom to me.
And now a license to carry a handgun in the state of Florida could become a thing of the past.
Governor Ron DeSantis says he plans to get rid of it. 7's Craig Stevens in the Newsplex with the details and strong reaction to this news, Craig.
Well, Jeff and Belkis, the governor is now turning his attention to guns in Florida. As we've seen with other recent issues on his agenda, this action, too, will stir some controversy.
He used to be a leader on Second Amendment.
In the governor's view, the Sunshine State is trailing behind many other states when it comes to gun rights. Now the governor is pledging to support and sign into law a constitutional carry measure before he leaves office.
There's like 25 states that have already done it.
These laws allow people to carry handguns without a concealed weapons license or permit.
So nothing shocking here.
Yeah, massive gun violence. Let's make it easier to get guns.
More guns.
That's the solution to the problem.
More guns.
25 states have done this, and gun violence has gone down. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Has gone up. Never mind.
Guns. Listen to this.
As we wait for lawmakers to finish up their vote on yet another...
Sorry, this one seems to be very heavily in one ear. For you headphone users, you're probably... It's not... it's just the video.
Warning. Video sucks.
The way it's mixed, sorry.
Special session call.
What do they want to do?
Governor DeSantis weighing in Wednesday when asked whether lawmakers should do
Anybody
more
who's got like a headphone with one broken side is hearing nothing right now.
for gun control in the Sunshine State. Here was the response.
With all due respect to these leftists, they just want to come after your Second Amendment rights. Let's just be honest. That's what they want to do. They don't want you. They view you.
At least he said with all due respect, you know.
But yeah, I mean, that's nice. So with all due respect.
With all due respect to these horrible, nightmarishly evil people, they just hate you and want to steal your freedoms away.
Look, that's the major issues facing Florida right now, TJ. Do we have enough guns in the state? And how easy are they to get?
They're coming for your guns, folks. We know they are.
This leftist threat to your guns.
You as a law-abiding citizen.
There's fucking no one in this country
no
coming for your
threat.
guns. The liberals aren't coming for your guns. The leftists aren't coming for your guns. There's like some people who advocate like some very basic like gun control measures in this country, but pretty much no one fucking advocates for bans or even like super strict regulation.
Even the people that do have no power.
Yeah, the people who do are so marginalized that they basically mean nothing in terms of like the grand scheme of things in this country.
Okay,
so like,
let's even say
trying to like saber rattle against these
well,
people.
It's nonsense. Let's even say somehow the House passes strict gun control laws, ban guns. The Senate somehow passes it too, because there's a blue wave or whatever. There's enough people that it's passed. You think the Supreme Court at this point would even fucking the law would immediately be challenged to be like, it's unconstitutional, can't do it because the Second Amendment. So it's a fucking ridiculous thing to even argue about. Unless the only time they would actually have a case is if literally they had proposed a constitutional amendment, it gained steam that was like, the United States will ban guns. Beyond that, I mean, it's bullshit.
Target of what they're trying to do.
DeSantis is Florida's.
This is just, I mean, this is pretty typical Republican shit. So whatever. This is not.
It's fucking fluff.
This is
guns. You want more guns? Like, I think these motherfuckers are about to lose their guns anyways. Live in a fucking fantasy. So I'm sure he's super enlightened.
While Ron DeSantis is more lenient than most Republicans when it comes to medical marijuana, he is still strongly against recreational marijuana.
Kids.
Think of the children.
Kids. If it's not kids, I'll fucking eat a shit.
It is.
Dude.
It is.
Yeah,
it's
thank
think
you.
of the it's think of the children.
Yeah. You know the fucking
Think of the children. No.
I am going to implement the will of the voters. They passed medical marijuana overwhelmingly. And my view is we have a process in Florida. When that happens, then we shouldn't play games with it. We should just simply implement it. Now, I'm not somebody that thinks having recreational marijuana available for young people is something that's good. I think that will make it more difficult for people to succeed. I think parents right now,
it's bullshit. And he knows it's bullshit. The medical system in Florida is fucking super permissive. Nearly anyone that goes to a doctor can get recommended medical marijuana.
Okay, let's be real.
Florida.
Pretty much any state that has medical is just like, go get a bullshit card. My toe hurts. All right, here's your weed card.
I have horrible toe pain.
You pay the government money and you can have this, and then blah blah blah. That's it.
Yeah, I've met people that have medical cards in Florida. It's not hard to get.
And yeah, there's no state where it's legal for a young person, quote unquote, to go buy weed.
Yeah, you have to be 21.
Yeah, it's like the same way alcohol is. You can't just like walk into a store and be like, I'm a 6-year-old, give me booze.
This. Literally, they would say, give kids guns, let kids shoot guns, let kids hold guns, have guns.
Kids can have guns,
but kids can't have weed.
But not weed.
What's more dangerous, guns or weed? According to Ron DeSantis, weed.
it's very difficult to raise children in the modern technological environment. You've got so many different distractions.
Yeah, right. Like you even give a shit about your kids, you monster.
Look, it's difficult because
you would fucking hold. You would use your. You'd be
iPad.
like the fucking politician from the Dead Zone. You would like hold up your kids in front of a fucking assassin's bullet to save your own fucking
Dude,
ass.
I think Thanos cared more for his fucking kids than Ron DeSantis does.
Yeah,
seriously.
Like I don't
felt sadder when he killed what's her name?
I think if your whole family died in a car crash, he was like, "Ooh, that's gonna be good for the numbers. I can play up the bereaved angle."
Sorry, that's Joe Biden, TJ.
Oh yeah, she's the same.
Different
politicians, same fucking beast. Different heads of the same fucking hydra, basically.
To throw marijuana into it and make it more prevalent, I think would make it harder for parents. But on the medical side, you've got to respect
those
the
states
will
with
of the
legal
voters.
weed are just like kids everywhere. Like you see toddlers in the streets, like lighting up joints. Give me a fucking break, bro. Cuckoo caca, mommy, edible. I like bong. Mommy, can we do dab now? Yes, baby, time for a dab.
Time for your dab, little Billy.
This some good shit.
DeSantis signs health department measure that includes medical marijuana regulations.
I mean, at least I'll tell you what. Some states they did actually fight it. I guess it's good that he actually fucking let the voters do what they need to do.
A wide-ranging bill addresses issues involving licensing of businesses known as medical marijuana treatment centers. Governor Ron DeSantis signed a bill dealing with a range of issues at the Florida Department of Health, including medical marijuana regulation. The House and Senate unanimously passed the bill SB 768 in March. The bill, for example, addresses issues involving licensing of medical marijuana businesses known as medical marijuana treatment centers. The bill will prevent the department from renewing the licenses of centers that have not started to grow, process, or sell marijuana by the time the licenses come up for renewal. As another example, the bill will expand the authority of the department to collect and test samples of marijuana from the centers. The department, blah, blah, blah. It's whatever. I don't even know why this is in here. Okay, let's talk about abortion. It'll surprise you to know that Ron DeSantis actually is a pretty pro-choice. No, I'm just fucking with you. Ron DeSantis opposes abortion, has denounced Planned Parenthood like every other fucking piece of fucking worm shit Republican.
Yeah, yet again,
in this fucking country,
a fucking organization that primarily exists for sexual reproduction healthcare is fucking basically painted into a corner because they have a tiny minority of procedures that women need.
4%.
Yeah, 3 to 4%. It's nothing.
On April 14th, 2022, DeSantis signed into law a bill that bans abortion after 15 weeks of pregnancy without exemption. I'm sure this has probably been even intensified since the now because now they don't have Roe v. Wade to worry about anymore. For rape, human trafficking, or incest. Of course not. Because,
were you human trafficked? Sorry.
We care about human trafficking victims. We care about rape victims.
Keep it.
Oh, yeah, we want you to carry the rape baby. Please, it's so traumatic. No, we don't care. We actually don't give a shit about you. But no, baby's more important. Have the baby. Well, you can help me. Like, raise it right. No, you're on your own.
Give it up for
Shouldn't have had
adoption.
it if you didn't want it. Give it up for adoption if you want.
Yeah, that's your option. Give it up for adoption.
The bill does allow exemption for cases in which pregnancy poses a serious risk to the mother or fatal fetal abnormality is detected. That's the only way. But he's probably signed something worse since
And
then, right?
diagnosed by 2 physicians in writing. So
Yeah.
2 physicians had to be like,
I'm somebody that
this is
believes in
dangerous to the woman's
pro-life.
life.
I'm somebody who's a piece of shit. I'm a horrible human being. I hate women. Blah, blah, blah. I'm Ron DeSantis. Fucking beautiful.
I'm Ron DeSantis. Look at me. Oh, do you have those rights? Not anymore.
You can always tell. I never look at the politician when they're talking. I always look at the chuckle fucks behind them. And I can just look at these 3 chuckle fucks on this side in particular. Pretty dumb looking, but you know who's the dumbest looking motherfucker on here? Look at this fucking dude's face. Look at this fucking duh behind him.
Also, when you talk about abortion protections, and I don't even really see any women. It's a bunch of dudes.
There's a woman. There's one there.
Yeah, the one retard that showed up. It's all like, good.
Yeah.
Take
Protection.
away their rights.
I'm sick of having the right to control my own body.
I think that
Thank you.
it's something that is based in science. I think it's something that
Wrong.
is based in kind of who we are.
Is there something wrong with my headphones? Because every video seems like it's in one side of my fucking ear.
I don't know. Maybe
Because it wasn't happening until like this string of videos is just like a fucking unlucky string of fucking videos here.
Yeah, they're not. Play it.
Hold up.
Counselor, the mighty God, the everlasting Father.
Okay, I guess
the
it's just
Prince
these
of
videos.
Peace. The first Christmas in America was
Shut up. Hey,
celebrated
stop
just
it.
down the
Shut
street
up.
from the Florida Capitol.
Fuck off, bitch. Shut your fucking mouth.
As a society, I think you
Sewer
look
mouth
at what some of the
motherfucker.
other states are doing, going in a much different direction, where they will have one day before a baby's born, allow it to be snuffed out 9 months in.
What?
And I'm just thinking to myself, how is that
That's a
something
fucking
that
lie.
would ever be viewed
That wasn't.
to be?
No. That's not even Roe versus Wade. Didn't even allow that. That is complete nonsense. The day before a baby's supposed to be born, literally, it's like, I'm evil abortionist, but evil abortionist doctor, the baby could be viable. Fucking who gives a shit? Kill it. Why? For evil.
There's no one, even when the law, there are some instances where the law would allow that, but like, how many people are going to do? People don't fucking carry a go through the turmoil of pregnancy for 9 months just to be like at the last minute, you know what? Kill it.
Yeah, kill it. I am
Like,
evil.
that literally does not happen. Like, if it did, it would be the most fringe of fringe cases. So it's almost not even worth fucking talking about.
But you know what the thing is, TJ? If they could see it happen one time, they would just ride that example into the sunset. Oh, one time it happened. See?
It's such an edge case that legislating based on it is fucking stupid.
Appropriate. And I think part of the things with this discussion about some of the Supreme Court's case law is it's shown Americans who look at that and then look at, say, Europe, just how out of step the United States has been, and really how radical the jurisprudence has been compared to a lot of industrialized countries. I mean, the U.S. is more in line.
Look, we lag behind all these other nations and stuff, but they're wrong. They're actually the people that are out of step with morality. Unlike us here in Florida, it's like
with countries
no.
like China and North Korea
China.
than it is with typical.
Do you know India fucking passed the right to abortion? Like shortly after, I think it was like they literally were inspired by how shitty we are. It's like, oh shit,
Damn, the U.S. did that.
the U.S. got rid of abortion rights. We better fucking adopt those.
I mean, India is a huge, diverse country too. So for the fact they can agree on that, but the dumbass United
I mean, I'm
States,
sure there's opposition there.
Of
but
course,
like, yeah.
I'm sure there's people that oppose it.
European countries that are more even social democracies that we would consider to be more left-leaning, and yet they have much more protections. And so, we'll see what happens with this opinion. It was really weird that this came out. I don't know what the agenda is behind it,
So he's
but
claiming that
eventually, I mean, we assume
abortion laws in Europe are way more strict overall than the U.S.
I guess that's the claim. I don't think that's true, and I'm pretty sure that if we looked into that, it would be false. But I think Scotty actually is. So there you go. Scotty's on the case. We'll see. Maybe there is a country or two where they're more restrictive. I don't know, but I doubt it, especially now. I mean, but I guess we're comparing it to then.
Abortion laws in Europe in 4 charts.
Okay.
If you want, you can just.
You can send me the link if you want.
I'm gonna send you the link.
We can look at it. I mean, I'm not sure how it's going to go. Maybe we will find that
It's
he's
from May.
accurate.
So just search for abortion laws in Europe in 4 charts.
Okay.
It's a Politico thing on politico.eu.
Okay. Abortion laws
In
in
Europe. In 4 charts.
In 4 charts.
We'll see. Let's get the fucking bottom of it.
Let's get to the bottom of this shit right here. Where's the?
Oh man. Okay, let's say.
Okay, there we go.
So there's Europe.
So yeah, let's take a look and see what's going on.
What's going on?
Hey, what's going on here? Global map where abortion is legal. So that's the on request places. Broad social economic grounds to preserve health, save women's life, or just like outright prohibited. Those are the prohibited places. So we were on request. This is it says as of May of 2022. Obviously not as of now. Now it's up to the states or whatever the fuck.
The state can decide.
So can we zoom in on Europe here? Yes. So what is this place? Poland. Okay. Poland, the most conservative country pretty much in Europe. Let's see. Ireland, broader social economic grounds. United Kingdom, broader social economic grounds. So yeah, there's a few countries that are more restrictive, or at least more restrictive than we used to be. I don't know what the definition of broad social economic grounds is.
Looks like for the whole, you can just get.
It looks like most places though are on request. The vast majority, including Russia, for fuck's sake, Turkey. I mean, like even countries we think of as like being more regressive than our own seem to have it. Poland being the fucking notable exception.
I mean, it looks like Poland is the exception.
Poland
there.
is like the hardcore exception, and then United Kingdom and Ireland.
Well, Ireland's on request.
Yeah, this Ireland. Sorry,
Northern Ireland.
Northern, whatever the fuck. Where was it?
Yeah, Northern Ireland, especially the United Kingdom.
Yeah, which is part of the United Kingdom, but Northern Ireland. Well, yeah, they're still.
So what does that even mean? I don't know. I guess that'll be maybe
on. It says broad social. I mean, assuming that means you have to have some sort of like, I can't afford a kid or some kind of shit, and then they'll let you do it. Then I would assume that's what that means, but I don't really know.
But it sounds overall that.
But it says, I mean, it seems like broad social economic grounds means it's not that hard. There's just like it's just not like totally on demand. But most of Europe is just like you want it, you got it. The only places that are more restrictive is Poland. Even fucking Russia is on request, for fuck's sake. So what's the next chart? Timeline of abortion rights in Europe for each country. Period when abortion was/is illegal is highlighted in purple. Other period. So this is basically like when they've done it. So Poland. Wait, so Poland, I guess, was the first to legalize it, even though it's like the most legally dubious there of any of the countries.
Wow.
Iceland, 1935, Denmark, 37, Sweden, 39, Switzerland, 42, Czech Republic, 50, Slovakia, Finland, German Democratic Republic doesn't exist anymore, all 50,
Sounds like Europe, kind of like a long time ago, just got over this.
Yeah, I mean, like, when did even Roe happen? Like, sometime in this region here. So,
Yeah,
like,
the
most
70s.
most of Europe was honestly way ahead of us on this shit. Germany, Italy, Luxembourg, Greece, Netherlands. I'm surprised the
Also-
Netherlands was so late, honestly. Belgium in 1990.
But also not really super regressive, like he was saying. I mean, like he's basically arguing, like, no, most of Europe is like us. Not true.
Opinions on abortion by gender. So the global average is so the majority, 46%, say abortion should be permitted whenever a woman decides she wants. So basically, half the world is like, if you want an abortion, you should be able to get one. 24% say, like, well, only if she's been like raped or something like that.
I mean, yeah, some bad happened.
12% is just like, I don't know, I don't care, fucking leave me alone. 12% is like, no. So basically, which just shows you how fucking fringe that opinion really is. Look how fucking fringe the winning side in this argument is. This is the world who thinks either it should be totally acceptable or acceptable in fucking certain circumstances. And then these people, this 12% of assholes are winning the whole shebang. This is why I always tell people, you know, in order to take over this country, you don't need the majority. You just need a powerful, committed, passionate minority of people, and they can fucking take over.
I mean, the greatest example ever being the Nazis of that. They were never a majority.
Abortion should never be permitted, no matter what circumstance. What is this one?
But
this one's so these 12% are only the mothers in danger. This one here is just like never, no matter what, even if she's gonna die, fuck her.
Yeah, let her die. But look at my countries, Sweden. I mean, it's
so let's look at men. So among men, abortion is a little like women's rights are a little less respected among men than they are women, which is not that surprising, but really not too much of a discrepancy there. Let's look by country. So in Sweden, vast majority are like, obviously she should be able to get whenever she wants.
Netherlands, France, Germany, Great Britain.
Let's see, how far down do we have to go?
Great Britain has wide support for abortion rights too.
I don't know why this chart isn't just like in order, but whatever. Yeah, like most countries in Europe, it seems like this is a majority. Australia 57, Italy 60, Canada. This is the on-demand crowd. Okay. I mean,
Hungary, Argentina,
Russia even has 51%.
Yeah, it's like, go ahead.
The U.S. lags behind Russia on that, 42. So but even in America, the people who are just like super ultra restrictive about it, like they're still the fringe. It's still only 14% that say only if she's in danger and 8% that say never.
Yeah, no reason.
And these people are winning. This little tiny fucking purple shit overrides all of this. 42% say on demand. 24% say like if she's been raped or incest or all that shit.
What about California? They got abortion on demand still. TJ, how
abortion on demand.
Yeah, no answer for that one.
I feel like I only saw 3 charts here.
Yeah, what's the fourth one?
There's oh wait, is this? No, that doesn't count. That's the same fucking chart.
That must count, dude. It's a baby chart.
But okay, I guess it must be because that's I can't. Otherwise, they lied about the number.
Long story short,
maybe they aborted the fourth chart.
Maybe they did. Ron DeSantis lied about that.
So yeah, I don't think what he said is accurate. It doesn't appear to be.
Shocking. A politician
maybe
lied.
There's some sort of I don't know what he's talking about. Maybe he's talking about the fact that in like the UK it's a little bit more restrictive than it was here because you had to have broad social or economic reasons for it. I don't know.
With Governor Ron DeSantis making headlines.
How do you get a job speaking? You sound like you're congested, dude. Take some Claritin or something.
Governor Ron DeSantis.
Well, Governor Ron DeSantis.
It's me.
Began signing the state's anti-abortion bill into law. While the bill signing was not a surprise, it's definitely bringing out strong opinions on both sides.
People
ABC Action News reporter Eric.
One thing's for sure, people give a shit about this. That's why we're covering it here on ABC
Abortion
Action
should be illegal
News.
because they can abort a baby 1 second before it's born.
That's a good point. 1 second before it's born,
they kill the baby.
Mark Waxler today with a new reaction just coming in.
Saying all kids deserve an opportunity, Governor Ron DeSantis signed House Bill 5 today. It takes effect July 1st and bans most abortions after 15 weeks of pregnancy.
This is a time where these babies have beating hearts. They can move, they can taste. They can see, they can feel pain, they can suck their thumbs.
Among local groups supporting the
boring,
governor
like,
is the
3-year-olds?
diocese.
I guess so. I don't know.
They can suck their thumbs. They can run marathons. They can do everything they want to do.
They're capable of doing advanced calculus.
Mother, please don't abort me. I'm sorry, child.
Sorry, child, but this is my right. I don't know why she's British. Anyway,
my right.
Education, huh?
Oh, I'm sure ban critical race theory. That's got to go.
Well, on May 9th, 2022, DeSantis signed House Bill 395 mandating that schools observe the traditional Soviet October Revolution Day on November 7th as Victims of Communism Day by devoting 45 minutes to teaching about communism, the role of Joseph Stalin, Mao Zedong, Fidel Castro, and other communist leaders in history, and how people suffered under those regimes.
You say Zao Zedong?
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I meant, I can't, what was it again?
Zao Zedong?
Yeah, Zao Zedong, man.
Okay, right. I know who he is.
Yeah, sorry. Did I say Mao Zedong?
Yeah.
Who knows who that? I don't know who that is.
Sounds like a...
I meant Zao Zedong.
That sounds a little fishy there, TJ.
The line of Zao Zedong. Yeah, I forgot about that. Go to, we're going to watch this video here from 2 minutes and 57 seconds in. And then we're going to watch till at least 4 minutes in.
Tell me how long I'm going to fucking watch, TJ, you piece of shit.
You're going to watch this shit, you bitch.
Up, TJ, you fucking pile of garbage.
You're a pile of shit.
No, I'm not.
Through our school system, some will go into a variety of different fields, but everyone's going to be an American citizen, and they're going to have duties and responsibilities.
With CRT. No,
it's bad. Racism doesn't exist. Bad.
Racism was something that existed long time ago, and then it vanished completely and never reared its head again.
TJ, racism existed before the Civil War. After the Civil War, racism was over,
and that's when it stopped forever and ever.
And then another crowd I love with the racism doesn't exist is like Obama was president.
Yeah, and look how you fuck. He's a Kenyan. He's
a Kenyan socialist communist.
He's here to destroy America.
A demon from hell. Look at the fly landed on him. It's a demon.
They need to understand what that means, and they need to understand the principles that our country was founded upon. We also have been able to help teachers. We just launched.
What is the founding of the country doing for me right now?
Nothing.
You gotta understand what the founding was. Hasn't some shit changed between now and the founding of America? I'm pretty sure it has.
Yeah, all for the worse.
It's going to come into effect next year. The civics, we call it like a civics training program, where if you go through it, really get deep knowledge and understanding on the fundamentals.
Capitalism is wonderful. What is the brilliant economic engine that powers the nation? I put my hand up. Could it be capitalism? Now let's learn about some other forms of government. Socialism and communism. What do? They destroy societies. Look at the Soviet Union. They were true communists. And what did they do? Their citizens starved, TJ. They died in the streets. No one had anything. People had jobs like watching an elevator. They lived sad, unfulfilled lives. But then the Soviet Union fell, and a glorious thing happened. The fall of communism meant laissez-faire capitalism entered the Soviet Union, and things were wonderful and great. And now we have world peace everywhere.
Yay!
$3,000 bonus.
World peace.
And so that's something
Russia's actually just became crony capitalists, and they're actually attacking other countries right now.
Well,
I think is very, very positive.
But capitalism's good. Yay.
So we want all our students to understand, why was our country founded? What were some of the key ideas that made us do?
Oh my fucking God, dude. Are we fucking like doing another history lesson? Let's go back to the founding of America. Look, you want to learn about history? I'm all for it, but what does that have to do with fucking modern life in America? It should have nothing to do with it.
Different. I mean, for example, our founding fathers said that we are endowed by our Creator with unalienable rights. The rights.
Yeah, believe it. Superstitious nonsense. Woo! Fuck these people.
Not come from government.
Yeah, it didn't come from government.
Hey, wait a minute. Didn't Thomas Jefferson write that? Isn't the same guy that said we should rewrite the Constitution every 20 years?
Shut up, commie.
Isn't also the guy that edited all the miracles out of the Bible?
Shut up,
and you can look at
common.
his own personal Bible that exists today where he did that.
Shut up, you common piece of shit. He did that.
Let's listen
just
to the
show.
founding fathers, except when we disagree with them. Then they were just wrong. You know, they never condemn about the founding fathers. The fact that a bunch of them were slaveholders. Never hear about that one. But racism don't exist. The guys that wrote all this, by the way, had a bunch of slaves. And
Dude.
sometimes they even raped them.
Good news, Scotty. Dad's alive, and he always liked you better.
TJ's. Oh shit. Dad forgot his own name too.
I know, that's crazy.
I'm TJ's dad.
I'm so famous now. He just thinks of himself as my dad. He doesn't even have his own identity.
Hey, TJ's dad. Have you heard the news? You love Scotty more.
So these are natural rights, and we create a constitutional system.
They're natural. Weren't they given from God? How can they be natural then?
Yeah, and for some reason, even though they're naturally occurring rights, they still have to be codified into a document for some reason. I don't know. Doesn't really make sense to me, but okay, Ron.
And also, in the wisdom of the founding fathers, shouldn't they have already just anticipated that? I don't know. A lot of questions.
Florida teachers raise concerns about new civics training, say it downplays slavery, promotes originalism.
A lot of people in slavery actually kind of liked it.
Priority of the founders is to unite the states. 2/3 of the founders held slaves, even those that held slaves did not defend the institution. In November 1789, 1978, what the fuck? 1789, Benjamin Franklin described slavery as an atrocious debasement of human nature.
Right.
Some Florida teachers are raising concerns about the state's new civics training. The Florida Department of Education is holding a series of conferences around the state this summer to teach a new civics initiative championed by Governor Ron DeSantis. But some teachers feel the new initiative pushes conservative ideas without also teaching opposing views. One teacher who spoke, well, that's the idea, right? Who spoke with News for Jacksonville, said that he attended a recent conference and presenters downplayed slavery and said it was widely accepted idea that the founding fathers wanted separation of church and state as is a misconception. It's not I mean, like there's literally like several direct quote, like you can read direct quotes from George Washington, George Madison, and Thomas Jefferson that talk about separation of church and state.
It's not even surprising.
It's not a misconception. It's like literally explicitly stated by 3 of the fucking key founders. So wrong.
It's not even out of the mainstream Republican view that we should live in a theocracy. So
it's crucial to ensure that we are teaching students how to be responsible citizens, DeSantis said during a news conference in June 2021 at Fort Myers Middle School. They need to have a good working knowledge of American history, American government, and the principles. You know, the fucked up thing is this dude's a history major, so he like literally knows he's lying.
100% knows he's lying.
Like he knows that everything he's saying is full of shit, and he just does not care. He doesn't care. He just does not give a shit.
He's the definition
He's
of
a total fucking
demagogue.
sociopath. He's the definition of a fucking sociopath. Is what his definition.
I mean,
of.
he's that too. But it's like whatever. If he had to say leftist shit to be in power, he would say it. He would just not care what he says. Not at all.
This is great. A Stop Woke Act. Stop woke.
Do not make your kid woke. We'll stop it with the Stop Woke Act.
Among the many laws taking effect on Friday, Florida's Stop Woke Act may be one of the most contentious, with the possibility of multiple litigations arising to challenge its constitutionality. Critics are going to challenge it because they take the position that it restricts speech in an unconstitutional way, which it does. Yeah, that's true. The state's position is that it may restrict speech, but it restricts speech in a limited context for a state employee in a state job with a state paycheck, and therefore they don't have the right to speech in that position.
Okay, yeah. So
free speech is super provisional. That makes sense.
Remember, TJ, though. So if that person wanted to talk about God, look, class, I'd like to speak to you about God today. Oh, I'm sure they'd be saying
it doesn't
the same
restrict.
thing.
Look, they can say whatever they want outside the classroom where it doesn't matter, but inside the classroom, no woke,
no freedom of speech.
Don't speak woke to kids.
Do not teach kids any alternate worldview.
Stop Woke, also known as HB 7, provides several restrictions on how concepts are taught in public school settings. The law states that a curriculum cannot include concepts such as that anyone is privileged or oppressed based solely on their race, color, sex, or national origin, or that anyone is inherently racist, sexist, or oppressive, whether consciously or unconsciously, by virtue of their race, color, sex, or national origin.
we call this.
So don't teach kids about the fact that they might have biases against one another based on like cultural upbringing or shit like that.
We call this the Dolores Umbridge Act, dude. Get her in there to fucking monitor all
Certain
first.
ideas are not allowed in this classroom. That's a dangerous idea, that is.
According to Kramer, some teachers have already attempted to stop HB7 from taking effect. However, their court case was ultimately thrown out. Teachers have made allegations in court and tried to assert that this would cause direct harm. Kramer said the federal judge who heard the case denied the request. Basically, the judge said allegations were too far removed from direct harm, and there were multiple levels that had and multiple events that had to occur before teachers would actually be on the hook.
So they actually have to stifle your freedom of speech first. So when the law takes effect, then when your freedom of speech is stifled, then we might hear your case. Probably not.
Stop woke. No woke. So yeah. How about gay rights? Sure, he's very progressive on that front, right?
Naturally.
Yeah, let's see. What the fuck is going on here? 7 times Florida Governor Ron DeSantis attacked the LGBTQ plus community. So snubbing gay victims of the Pulse nightclub massacre. The earliest sign that DeSantis may not have been a moderate many hoped for on the 3rd anniversary of the Pulse shooting where the gunman killed 49 people in a gay nightclub in 2016, Ron DeSantis had twice issued Pulse Memorial Day proclamations to mourn the tragic loss and recognize lasting impact, blah, 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 blah. DeSantis issued statements as well, but did not say LGBT plus or Hispanic for that matter when describing what remains the worst massacre, worst murder of LGBTQ plus Americans in history. Imagine the mayor of Pittsburgh didn't talk about the Jewish community in a proclamation about the synagogue shooting, tweeted Rep. Anna Escamani, who represents Orlando. The immediate shame prompted some backpedaling after blaming staff for the oversight. The governor tweeted about the ISIS-inspired terrorist attack on the nightclub.
Look, it was a terrorist. The terrorists came. They hated the people. They killed them.
All right, I'll say LGBTQ, but
Also,
I got to work in some fucking, anti-Muslim shit in there.
Yeah.
Cool? Deal?
Look, we gotta acknowledge that it's wrong to kill gay people if it's a Muslim terrorist.
Look, if Muslims do it, it's bad.
Yeah, that's the only time though.
Banning trans athletes in sports. Of course, we already know about this. A few years later, he followed suit with what many Republicans seeking right-wing adoration in the post-Trump age by signing a law forbidding transgender girls from playing in school sports consistent with their gender identity.
Yeah.
Just to get a jump on other right-wing governors back in similar bills, DeSantis signed Florida's trans sports ban on the first day of Pride Month last year by signing a heartless ban on transgender kids in sports. Governor Ron DeSantis has marginalized an entire community, tweeted Nikki Fried, Florida's agricultural commissioner. The same day she announced she would run against him, signing it on the first day of Pride 2021 is especially cruel. Florida should stand for inclusivity, equality, and liberty, not peddling hate for political points. Unfortunately, she has no chance of beating him because the evil, scumbag, degenerate losers that fucking occupy the state of Florida like this son of a bitch because they're just as bad as him. They're probably not as sociopathic. They're probably just like hate engines that are being wound up by this fucking opportunistic scumfuck. But unfortunately, there's always been a parasitic relationship between people who are intelligent yet have no morals and people who are stupid as fuck. So there you go.
I think that's an obvious correlation, though. I mean, hey, I'm dumb and can't think for myself. Don't worry, I'll think for you.
I'll think for you, you piece of shit.
That sounds
anyway,
good.
hate those fuckers. Oh, yeah, I do.
All right, now while you're hating them, I'm going to steal everything that's fucking of value to you.
Cool, yeah, that's good. As long as I can hate those motherfuckers over there.
Oh, you can hate them. Go ahead.
Pushing a bill that could lead to outing students. The Republican governor has frequently framed right-wing policy from refusing mandates to increasing school voucher funding in terms like parents' rights that also apparently cover the rights of homophobic parents to when their children confide by their sexuality to school officials so they can abuse them or kick them out of their house. Ostensibly sold as a bill to make sure parents know about any medical care their children receive at school, LGBTQ plus advocates expressed alarm that covered any accessing of mental health services. Safe spaces are being called into question with this bill, warned Lakey Love, an activist with the Florida citation for trans liberation. This is an attack on LGBTQI. So basically, like, if you're fucking gay or something, and you talk to your school counselor about it, this law basically says like they got to tell your parents.
Yeah.
So there's
your son told
one of the
me
few places you couldn't fucking go to talk to someone, especially if you're in like a super repressive environment, now stripped away from you. So you just gonna You just need to fucking stifle it.
Well, TJ, I never heard the day you'd argue for a safe space, boy. You triggered much, TJ, that Ron DeSantis done come in?
I'm all for getting rid of safe spaces. For instance, I don't think Ron DeSantis should be able to have a safe space.
What's
I
that
think he
mean,
should.
you damn terrorist?
Yeah, man, I don't know. I don't know what it means. You interpret it. He's trying to take their way, their safe space away. I'm just doing the same to him. You know, turnabout's fair play, right?
You're pure evil, TJ. That's
Cool.
what I interpret it as.
The don't say gay bills. We already talked about that extensively. Everyone fucking pretty much knows. By the way, all those people who said those were oh well, they're just it's very reasonable actually. It's not even this crazy thing. It's being enforced in like the most, because the penalties are so severe. It's being like enforced in the most draconian ways possible. Basically, like any and all mentions of gay people whatsoever have just been totally excised from any sort of curriculum or whatever.
Well, TJ, do you want them to shove the homosexuality agenda down your throat?
It's because basically conservatives think that like they're just fucking super like sexual minded.
I am straight.
So like any fucking time you mention if you mention gay people at all to them, they just like immediately start thinking about butt fucking or something.
I'm
like,
sorry, I'm straight.
They can't get over it.
Did you say what does gay mean? It means two people of the same gender have sex.
Vetoed mental health funds for Pulse survivors. DeSantis upped his insensitivity quotient last Pride and vetoed $150,000 budgeted by the legislature specifically for counseling of Pulse nightclub survivors.
Pussies, they'll be fine.
I guess he's on the side of ISIS then. The money was earmarked for the Orlando United Assistance Center. Brandon Wolf, a survivor who lost two close friends in the shooting, reacted with shock. He shared a picture taken when DeSantis, in his first year as governor, visited the Pulse Memorial. Here's Governor DeSantis in 2019, standing on hollow ground, promising me that he would always support those of us impacted by the Pulse nightclub shootings. Today, he vetoed mental health services for us. I will never forget. Well, you were stupid to ever believe him in the first place, but at least now you've woken up to the fact that he's an evil piece of shit and he can't be trusted.
It's me, Backstabius. I care for your dead gay friends.
Vetoed money for LGBTQ plus youth shelter. Of course he did, because that's grooming now, right?
That's a grooming. That's what it is, TJ.
The same day, the governor nixed another $750,000 for the Zebra Coalition, an Orlando nonprofit dedicated to providing housing for gay and transgender youth who, thanks to the Parents' Bill of Rights, were that much more likely to end up on the streets. What message is the governor trying to send to us LGBTQ Floridians with these actions? I think the message goes a little bit like this. Fuck you, faggot. I mean, that's pretty much the message he's sending. Now we're going to be left picking up the pieces, and there's not even going to be support for housing them. So basically, not only are they going to out you to your parents, who then are going to kick you out on the streets, but he's making sure that there's no shelters to fund you either. So you just get to die on the streets. Hope you enjoy that,
Why don't
trans
they just
kids.
go to a regular old shelter then, TJ?
Removing LGBTQ plus youth from anti-bullying efforts. So yeah, just go ahead and bully them. Cool. Amid right-wing attacks on the inclusion of anti-bullying materials in Florida Department of Education online resources, the DeSantis administration in December abruptly took down any guidance discouraging the victimization of LGBTQ youth. Materials had originally been provided through the Office of State Schools, creating in the wake of the Parkland shootings. Dropping the guidance stunned leaders at Equality Florida. Don't be stunned by any evil shit that this guy does. Just fucking start with the assumption. Look, start with the assumption that he's pure evil, and you won't be shocked by any evil shit that he does.
I love the show with politics where people get bamboozled. It's like the show with Joe Manchin. It's like, maybe they can get his vote for the Build Back Better. Nope. All right, we'll slim it down. Maybe we'll do the slim down. It's the same thing with these.
He hates gay people so much that like he literally won't even protect them from fucking bullying. Like, come on, bro.
Fucking, he'll not protect them from bullying. He won't protect them from bullets.
Up next, banning LGBTQ books. None of this feeds any optimism about how DeSantis will greet legislation likely to pass this year, allowing the challenges of academic materials in Florida schools. Anti-LGBTQ plus activists have openly lobbied for legislation that would allow anyone anywhere to challenge books like Teresa Thorne's It Feels Good to Be Yourself, a book about school-age children of varying gender identities. Chevron Jones, Florida's first out-state senator, took issue with the notion such books would turn children queer. As a gay man, to sit here in a committee to hear that there was no book I read that brought me to who I am, he said in the committee. But as a priority of Republican leadership in the legislature, the bill seems on a fast track to passage. Of course it does.
Hey, you guys want to go I heard there's going to be an asshole book burning with Ron DeSantis soon coming to the Capitol.
So we had a video about that, but we don't need to. It's just going to reiterate the same stuff we already talked about a moment ago.
Which is Pride Month.
So let's talk about some retaliatory policies, because this guy, he's on top of everything else, a vindictive little weasel fuck.
No.
So Ron DeSantis blocks funds for Tampa Bay Rays after team's gun safety tweets. So this guy, basically, despite all of his protestations about communism, he's actually sort of an authoritarian, anti-business Republican. You know, I always thought when I was growing up that the one thing Republicans loved the most was big business and money. But I guess DeSantis proves me wrong. The most important thing to them is actually just being bigoted pieces of evil shit. It's not even about business. I always thought the social issue stuff was just to divide Americans up. But DeSantis has proved me wrong, because he's not even pro-business. The second that you step out of ideological line, he fucking penalizes you using his, this dude is the most anti-free speech governor in the history of the United States of America. He has to be, or at least the most fucking anti-free speech one that I know about now.
I mean, yeah, we have, I'm sure
there's probably someone worse in, like, historically, because
we also have President Andrew Jackson, where it's like the Supreme Court ruled against him, like, do not command what you cannot enforce. The trail of tears will go on. It's like, oh shit.
Right, but like as far as governors go, like he does not believe in freedom of speech. If you fucking say something he does not like, he will fucking use his power to fucking retaliate against you.
It's because, let's be honest, that's the amendment that if the leaders of our country could do it all over again, they would totally do away with. The First Amendment on a heartbeat.
Yeah, they're like, fuck this.
Because,
Let these motherfuckers say shit that we don't like. Hell no.
One of the first major controversial acts of Congress was the Sedition Act, dude, which is like, oh, you can't speak ill of the government or write newspapers. It's like, you know, like, wait a minute. So the power is always going to have a problem with this, because they don't want to be criticized. I mean, they want to pretend like it's okay to criticize them, but no one wants to be criticized.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I might go fucking vote for like Trump in the Republican primaries at this point, just to like prevent this.
Trump, a lesser evil.
Yeah, like if I'm gonna go lesser evils, then maybe Trump is the lesser evil in the Republican Party, because this guy is a fucking
TJ. You just said a
this guy's a
thing.
fucking psycho. This dude is an out and out
You're
fucking
doing
psychopath.
a great job there, TJ. Look, you're the great podcast. Really proud of you. You're making the right vote.
The governor of Florida,
Perfect
Ron
vote.
DeSantis, has defended his veto of $35 million in funding for a potential spring training site for the Tampa Bay Rays after the Major League Baseball team used social media to raise awareness about gun violence after mass shootings in Buffalo, New York, and Uvalde, Texas. I don't support giving taxpayer dollars to professional sports stadiums, DeSantis said Friday. Yeah, I'm sure that had nothing to do with a retaliation against them for what they said.
If the Tampa Bay fucking Rays had an ad with a bunch of machine guns, he'd be like, this center should be built twice the size.
Oh, he said it's also inappropriate to subsidize political activists. So basically, like, because they're like, man, this is crazy, these people got shot. He's like, that's political activism. No money for you.
Yeah, I'm sure that every Christian fucking group that wait a minute, like voucher programs that he wanted to expand.
Yeah,
he's okay with that though, right? I want to send my kid to be indoctrinated on the public dollar. How does that sound? Good. Hell is this, TJ?
I have to get past this stupid bullshit.
Remove paywall. Paywall. Remove.
So there we go.
Mickey Mouse and Ron DeSantis.
No. Yeah, it's here. Okay.
I'm talking about how Ron DeSantis is going to make it so Florida taxpayers have to pay $1 billion for his spat with Disney.
Yeah. Why Disney versus DeSantis is the future of politics. Well, kill me now. The drama in Florida between Governor Ron DeSantis and Walt Disney Company has taken so many unusual turns in so little time that providing a truly straightforward account of what's transpired is not easy, but here's the simplest summary I can give. So Florida passed a law, House Bill 1557, which was the Don't Say Gay bill, which prohibited classroom instruction of sexual orientation, gender identity before fourth grade or in any classroom in a manner that is not age appropriate, blah, blah, blah. The vague language upset LGBTQ activists and more generally liberals and libertarians who viewed it as the context of other states' attempts to discourage the discussion of LGBTQ issue and lifestyles in schools. Disney said they didn't like the law. Executives at Disney, Florida's largest private sector employer, initially declined to comment specifically on the bill, but following an outcry among staffers, which concentrated attention on Disney's iffy record.
Basically, Disney got huge pressure. And I mean,
Disney got publicly pressured into being like, hey, guys, this law sucks.
Yes, well, very tepid, like, can't just give peace a chance. Can't we all just get along?
So then Florida passed another law punishing Disney for saying it didn't like the first law. In retaliation, Florida Republicans, led by DeSantis, whipped up a new law that removed Disney's special tax and regulatory autonomy in Disney World. Technically speaking, they dissolved a special improvement district, which allowed Disney to build stuff as it saw fit and tax itself to provide services like firefighters if the rides burst into flames. Pausing here, we can already make out a few details that are somewhat unusual. Florida's original bill was alarmingly vague, leaving all sex ed and gender identity instruction open to potential lawsuits from litigious parents. Disney's about face was a reminder of the power of the liberal professional class, which pushed the company's reluctant CEO into a political arena against his initial judgment. And then there's the ethical pretzel of DeSantis, who enjoys talking about his support of free speech, but also punished Disney for the sin of speaking freely. But a review of events only gets you so far. The author Tom Wolfe once said of avant-garde art that you can't truly see it until you have a theory of what it's trying to say. The Florida debacle might not be art, but it's certainly avant-garde. And I don't think we can see what's really happening here until we identify the cultural narrative simmering below the surface. So I won't get into this guy's whole article. It's in the Atlantic if you want it, but we'll look at the headings here. Number one, Republicans fear cultural disempowerment. Clearly true.
Sure.
That's why they do this whole culture war shit. 2, Democrats fear political disempowerment. Also true. 3, bipartisan paranoia is creating a war of words about words. Okay, now this I actually want to read because I want to hear what the fuck this means. To review today's culture war death spiral is being accelerated by reactive polarization on both sides. Republicans freaked out by what they see as a cultural disempowerment are yanking politics right. Democrats freaked out about what they see as political disempowerment are pulling institutions left. I don't really agree with that.
No, that's horseshit.
I know that typing the words both sides in a previous paragraph, I have summoned the ancient curse of 1,000 tweeted screenshots by media. Well, I mean, you deserve it because it's really not a both sides issue. So let me state something as clearly as possible. As a liberal millennial, I don't think millennials urging companies to take political stands as remotely as bad as Republican activists. Yeah. Okay, so just get to the fucking point, dude. Quit covering your own ass. Just take your fucking licks. America right now is not exactly devoid of problems. We have a housing crisis. Yeah, okay, I get it.
America's got problems. We got
political scientists. Man, I hate these fucking article writing motherfuckers, dude. They just feel like they always want to overload this. I can't talk about that. I'm fucking just as bad. But I'm interested in my bullshit. That's the difference. Blah, blah, blah. Free speech is good, but my political enemy's speech is punishable by law. This is the right-wing economic policy for a post-material age. Conservative companies are allowed to talk, and leftist employees are invited to listen. Years ago, Republicans were critical of college campus Democrats for their embrace of safe spaces, but maybe the rights wasn't contemptuous of safe spaces, just envious. Why merely a safe room or a safe campus? Mustn't be afraid to dream a little bit bigger, darling. Why not an ideological, safety-proofed corporation or state? Why not fire the entire federal bureau, as Ohio Senate candidate J.D. Vance proposed, and make the government a safe space for right-wing populism? You might think I've strayed from the crux of the Disney DeSantis. I don't really think you have, actually. I think you're right about that. I think you're wrong with your both sidesism earlier, but you're right about this. But I think we're at the heart of it. The specific events of this political crisis are less important than the moral of the story. Who is allowed to say what? Disney effed around and found out for itself. Don't say effed. Just say fucked. You're in a fucking adult publication.
They fucked
right?
around.
They fucked around and found out. Post-materialism rules everything around us. I'm gonna have to adopt this term into my fucking lexicon. Disney World losing its special district status could be catastrophic for local taxpayers.
It's okay.
So this is the fallout of the culture war is this. Ron DeSantis, what is this thing? Go away. Yeah, great, cool, thank you.
It's Walt Disney World, TJ.
Local officials in Central Florida
place.
grappling with the state legislator's decision to dissolve the Reedy Creek Improvement District that oversees Walt Disney World, which one local mayor said would put catastrophic strain on local taxpayers. Orange County Mayor Jerry Demings, whose county is one of the two that covers Walt Disney World, told reporters Thursday that Reedy Creek being dissolved would mean a net sum loss for taxpayers, as the county will likely now have to pay for emergency and law enforcement services that Disney previously reimbursed it for. Right now, Disney pays taxes to Orange and Osceola counties, but all of the government-related services on Walt Disney property, like fixing roads, fire department services, and more, are paid for by Disney and Reedy Creek and not by county taxpayers. Getting rid of Reedy Creek would put undue burden on taxpayers to fill that gap if Disney no longer funds its own emergency services and the county does not get any extra revenue to fund themselves, Denny
Man,
said.
looks like they sure taught Disney.
Orange and Osceola counties will likely be forced to assume Reedy Creek's debts, which total nearly $1 billion per credit analysis from Fitch Ratings, and Reedy Creek currently generates $105 million in tax revenue for itself every year that won't get transferred to counties if it dissolves. Orange County tax collector Scott Randolph tweeted the county will take on an extra $163 million in costs per year between Reedy Creek's missing tax revenue and its debts. And Randolph told WFTV the county will likely have to raise property taxes by 20% to 25% to make up for it. While these counties and taxpayers would have to shoulder more costs, getting rid of Reedy Creek will effectively give Disney a $163 million yearly tax break.
Man, they taught
Was
them.
this all a fucking scam cooked up by Disney and DeSantis? Like, all right, so you're going to punish us by giving us huge tax breaks. Yeah.
That's what it sounds like to me.
Oh, man.
Oh, no.
Oh, you showed us, you big, strong, strapping lad.
Mr. DeSantis, you're just so
large
and in charge.
You really fucked us in the ass, buddy. Oh, no.
Fucking give me a break, bro.
And in the end, Disney always wins.
Yeah. Sorry.
I mean, do we have enough of this fucking guy for a lifetime?
Yeah. By the way, guys, do you want to know something funny? Our fucking, our Tucker, you guys watch our, I mean, I'm sure a lot of you guys watch our Tucker Carlson thing. Maybe not all of it, but most of you probably caught at least some of it, right? It got age gated. It's like 18 plus only now. Did we show some tits in there and I'm like forgetting about that? Because like
we showed a fucking boob, but it was Tucker.
Oh yeah. I guess we did show a fucking boob for fucking 5 hours.
Boob was shown repeatedly on the screen. And YouTube was like, that's just too much.
That's too much boob.
Even
massage your boob.
Even the goddamn Ben Shapiro video did not get fucking.
The best thing about that fucking that sex phone call that
Bill
O'Reilly made was that he called the loofah sponge a falafel.
I'm gonna take the falafel.
I'm gonna take the falafel and rub your pussy with it. Yeah. Falafel.
What does he think he's getting if he goes to a Greek restaurant? It's like
I'll take a loofah.
Yeah, give me a loofah. give me a sponge. The loofah.
What?
The little delicious little thing they cook.
You know, a falafel, sir. Oh shit!
Fuck.
Oh god damn it!
The woman was probably really confused. Take the falafel and rub it on your fuck.
Yeah, I don't think we need to fucking. We don't fucking see that shit. Fuck that.
Fucking goddamn Peyton, dude.
We're already fucking 3 hours in this son of a bitch. We're good. If we fucking tried to watch that video, this motherfucker would never end, okay? And we got to do a fucking grease trap for our patrons after this. By the way, if you guys are not a patron, please become a patron. We're going to do a fucking grease trap afterwards. We're going to talk to you guys. It's going to be way more loosey-goosey, just kind of having fun and shit.
Loosey-foosey.
That's going to be behind the Patreon paywall. So let's talk about the 2024 election. So Trump is losing ground to DeSantis in poll after poll after poll.
Fake news.
In a survey put out by WDIV and Detroit News, DeSantis trails former President Trump by a mere 3 points, 45 to 42, among likely Republican voters, while Trump still dominates non-college educated voters whom he loves. DeSantis cleans up with college educated, making it a tight race. And only 64% of the state's Republican primary voters want Trump to run again, per the poll. So Trump, he's got a lot of lovers, but the problem with Trump is he's a very divisive guy. He's got a lot of haters too. Trump remains hugely popular among Republicans and continues to beat DeSantis and other contenders like Mike Pence and Nikki Haley. Well, of course, he's going to beat them. They're not even a threat.
No, they're nothing.
In every national head-to-head poll, but state polls have been telling a different story. And even his national standing is slipping, at least somewhat. Beyond the Michigan survey, a June Granite state poll of New Hampshire found DeSantis with a 2-point lead in the key early primary state after having trailed by 28 points a year ago. A recent Victory Insight poll of Florida found DeSantis ahead by 21 points in his home state, and a Blueprint polling survey found him with a 12-point lead in Florida a few days earlier. Granted, neither of these are well-known outfits. It's never good to overinterpret one or two polls, and historically it's not been smart to proclaim the idea of Trump's diminishment in the GOP. But the numbers are reflective of both statistical and anecdotal evidence that Republican voters may want more options in 2024. A New York Times poll last week showed Trump beating DeSantis 49-25 nationally, but also found that nearly half of Republican voters wanted someone else in 2024. A recent Yahoo News YouGov poll showed DeSantis down by only 9 nationally, the single-figure digit national result thus far. Most people in America are not very politically aware, and they don't know much about Ron DeSantis yet. But when Ron DeSantis starts to storm the national stage with his fucking record of hate-filled bile, I think Republicans are going to eat his shit up.
Oh, look,
they're going to be lining up with spoons to eat his fucking diarrhea directly out of the toilet bowl.
I hated people first, and I hated them better. No, I hated them second, but even more with more ferocity.
I hated them even fucking better than you, sir.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I
hate them
do.
more.
I really hate them.
I hate them more. I know you are, but what am I? I know you are, but what am I?
So this is a 2024 intrigue. DeSantis declines to ask Trump for re-election endorsement. So basically, like, I ain't going to that fucker. I don't need him no more. I've outgrown the Trump. More than $100 million in the bank. A growing statewide Republican voter advantage. Massive popularity with conservative base. What DeSantis doesn't need and isn't requesting, former President Donald Trump's endorsement. According to 4 people connected to the governor and former president, DeSantis has not asked Trump for a formal endorsement and isn't planning to. It's a clear sign that DeSantis, who more than 4 years ago was a little-known congressman from Northeast Florida, has risen high in the GOP stratosphere. DeSantis' reluctance to seek the former president's public support comes as the Florida governor prepares for a likely 2024 White House bid, even if Trump also runs in 2024, setting up a political clash between 2 powerful figures in the GOP. DeSantis is a Category 5 hurricane in Florida politics, and in a good way if you're a Republican, said Antony Pedicini, a veteran GOP consultant in Florida. He is a force of nature.
I mean, whatever happens, if Trump does run, it's still going to be very hard for DeSantis to beat him because Trump has been fucking fundraising for 4 years.
Truth.
So, I mean, even as much money as DeSantis.
But a lot of DeSantis has attracted some
he's going
some
to.
high-level donors to his side.
Well, also it depends on if him and Trump debate, how he does when it comes to that.
That's really going to be, I think that's the main thing that's yet to be seen is like,
if he could dominate Trump in a debate,
how do these dudes actually fucking square off on the debate stage? Because that's so important, especially in the Republican primary.
Yeah, I mean, if DeSantis looks like he trounces
it doesn't really seem like it makes much of a difference among Democrats because Democrats will like watch a debate and be like, I think Bernie Sanders clearly won. Anyway, Joe Biden.
So let's go to the polls here. 87% of people saying they agree with what Bernie Sanders said. 1% Joe Biden. Let's go to the
however,
talking
90%
heads.
said Joe Biden is more electable.
Yeah, let's go to the talking heads. Joe Biden killed it at that debate. He was actually able to remember his name. So therefore, great candidate.
Great guy. Wonderful man. Been in politics so long. So smart.
Experienced. He'll be able to bridge the gap in America.
Most voters say, this is from Fox News, July 18th, so very recently. Full Fox News segment that states, most voters say Trump shouldn't run again, prefer DeSantis.
No. Cannot be. It cannot be.
Maricopa County. Should former President Trump run in 2024?
I'm sure there's get some real prize winners here.
Yes.
I don't want him to. I like what he stands for. I like what
I like him. He's a good man. He's real good. I like what he stands for. I like who he hates. I mean, I don't like them, but I like who he hates.
There's an invasion going on here.
He upset too many people, and he upset him really bad. So I don't think he's
He
good.
de-triggered the libs a little too hard, you ask me. You know, revealed too much of our dark secret plan.
For the party.
He needs to get back in. He already had gained that respect from all the world leaders and finish.
What?
Dude, go watch videos of Trump with world leaders, dude. They did not
They
respect.
did not. They thought he was the clown shoes at the fucking funeral, bro. Okay.
Oh, whoops. Oh, no. It's me.
They fucking, like, you could tell when they saw him coming, they heard fucking circus calliopes in their fucking head.
The only leaders that got more respect for Trump were fucking other authoritarian leaders who were like, oh, good. Trump's an idiot. This is perfect for us.
Started.
It's too bad that he did what he did do and was fought the whole way along on darn near everything that he did.
What? Such as?
He did things, but it's too bad that people fought him on the things he did the whole time.
Trump had the Senate and the House, and the only thing he really passed was a tax cut.
but that's what happened. So I'd like to see him not run.
I know nothing about politics. What is politics?
I think that maybe he was too much contention to be. I like when things are not confrontational, so please no more.
It's like the Bart Simpson book report on Treasure Island. You know what I mean? It's like this void of any substance.
But I would not recommend he runs. I voted for Trump both times, and I love him. I think he was a good candidate, but I think his time has passed.
I couldn't care less about President Trump personally. I prefer somebody different, but if he is the nominee, I'll probably vote for him.
You know what? I voted.
What a fucking showed. I don't really like Trump, but if he's the nominee, I guess I'll just do it.
Yeah, probably do it, I guess, because, whatever.
You know, they used to ask you as a kid, like, if all your friends jumped off a bridge, would you? That guy's answer is yes.
For him for my very first time I voted for him. I don't think it'll be best for our country for him to run for re-election. You know, I'm thankful for everything that he's done.
They find the dumbest fucking people ever to fucking answer these questions.
Well, to answer your question, they're in Maricopa County, Arizona.
All right, fair point.
So,
I live in Arizona. I do not know why I'm here, but I like sunshine.
So I like Trump because he said the things that I like.
What political positions and policies of Trump's do you agree with?
But I think that at this time it is not good for him to run again for president because he is too divisive to be president, and I think we need like a less divisive dude to be president right now. So yeah.
Just let the AI take over already.
Yeah.
But I think that our Republican Party needs to be united.
At this point, he's a little too polarizing, and I think that there are candidates out there, Republican candidates, obviously, that maybe be able to pull in people that he would lose to be able to change this.
I would like to see, Governor DeSantis or someone like that, some new blood in the race.
DeSantis run for president, and if he wants to, then he can pick up Donald as the vice president.
From Florida?
Oh, yeah, right.
DeSantis.
Donald Trump would never accept being anyone's vice president, dude. You're insane.
No, there's no fucking way.
Donald Trump would literally rather fucking blow up the earth than be fucking Ron DeSantis' vice president, okay?
Yeah, Donald, why don't you go ahead and roll over? Bark like a dog.
DeSantis on this one. He seems to be much more common sense and able to communicate better to both sides to get those people back.
Oh, yeah, dude. The left is just in love with DeSantis.
And everything he's tried to do, despite all, it's not all.
It's not about the left. It's about DeSantis is more the thing is
Yeah,
that
for
he's
the
more
middle.
presentable to the center because he can fucking hide his bullshit behind like a wall of code. And people like me look like crazy fringe psychopaths when we actually fucking dissect his actions. Yeah. Like basically, like in America, if you judge someone by their actions and not their words, you're treated like you're fucking psychotic. You're treated like you're some kind of fucking crazy conspiracy nut because it's like, look at what he's actually done. Well, but he said, it's like, I don't give a fuck what he said, bitch.
Yeah, he'll say anything. He doesn't care.
I mean, like, his words are empty. His words are as empty as his soul. Like Dracula from fucking Castlevania, bro.
Wait a minute. I played Castlevania the other night. Your words are as empty as your soul.
Mankind ill needs a savior such as you.
Just what he says. It doesn't just happen like that. I believe he's done a good job with a lot of things.
Ooh, he's got dandruff.
That's just.
Looks like trying to eat something.
Flaky boy. No, that's flakes. Look at them flakies.
I was trying to give him the fucking benefit of the doubt and say
he's a flaky boy.
It was some like sugar from a fucking powdery donut.
No.
My personal beliefs.
I really like DeSantis.
All right, well, we get the fucking point. So anyway,
I love DeSantis.
That's your fucking probable, or at least potential future president. Me and Scotty are going to take a brief break, and then we're going to join the patrons for another stream on the Grease Trap, our little post show that we do after this Monday show. See you guys there. If you're patrons, if you're not, please become a patron.
Become a patron or die.
Helps us out, helps you out because you get all kinds of cool content. Obviously helps us out because we get lots of cool money. And you can buy lots of cool like food to live on and shit. It's good.
I live in a house made of chocolate.
Everybody wins. And I'm the Sky. You don't get any, but you know, I get some. That's the important thing.
Maybe next time.